And that is us up to session number 53. So we've managed to survive a fair bit so far. And let's see if I can make that work without killing my mic. Yeah, well, it was a little bit of interesting, care with the mic as I show the solution to making the mic work, which is one of those folded up in many different ways.
It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. Everything was going primo. No.
So, some technical difficulties.
Professional.
So we'll have no idea if that will actually fix itself unless I check something else. What have we got back here? Oh, no, we seem to have some sort of thing going over here. Let's see if I can fix that camera. So, well, in the meantime, we'll get David to introduce himself.
Nah, I want to watch you struggle with this. That'd be much more entertaining. Hello, I'm David. I played Plum Goranov, an Ethangarian horse lord who is actually riding horses and fought in combat on a horse and was actually pretty good on the back of a horse. Who'd have thought it?
Only took about 40 odd sessions for that to happen.
Yeah. Yep. That's like 2 years in real time.
It is two full game years. Lots of horse riding, no horse combat.
Has there been lots of horse riding?
Yes, in the scenes. Scene changes, and you ride a horse from here to here, and
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's my main thing.
I remember he left one of his horses in a town with his brother, and that's been the whole interaction with horses. So finally, and did really well.
Yep.
I'm happy about that.
So yes, you've got a bunch of horses following you.
I have a small army of horses. They're all mine. Can I have your horse? Can I have your horse? Jeremy, can I have your horse? No, I don't want your shitty horse.
Well, look at it this way. Those two have technically died, so no one owns their horse.
Possession.
And basically they have to barter for their equipment back. Because it's now party stash.
Did you say barter or beg?
Bit of both.
Just going with beg. Anyway, sorry.
So, that was David. I'm introducing Plumman. Stefan!
Hello.
And remember, you are now slightly different. And you're beside yourself in-game.
Playing Rio, who
So
is...
these two characters?
Well, he's got his former body that he helped load onto a horse.
Oh, okay, so you're dead.
Reincarnated.
Yeah,
Right.
I was reincarnated.
Which is the
I
whole
am
beside
a
yourself
Hill
thing.
Dwarf druid, which is awkward.
Who's currently without clothes.
No, me and
Alright,
No,
So
you
you
haven't had a
can
chance to
change
swap.
class
We
as
stopped.
well.
We stopped with you loading the bodies onto the horses.
Oh, sorry.
I thought we did the end of last session.
You decided you were going to, but you hadn't got round to it because technically, Plumman was standing over the both of you, not allowing you to touch stuff.
Yeah, Plum was going to kill you because you guys are new. Hey, new guys.
Is Grace even here?
No, Grace is currently unavailable unless she pokes me on Skype, which I'll have a quick look.
I'll get rid of
And no, I haven't had a poke. She said she probably wouldn't make it, and Emma said he couldn't make it. Okay, so moving around on introductions, we have Martin.
I'm playing Willie Toscobble, a halfling bard.
The friendliest halfling in the Hollow World.
Well, yeah, it sounds like there's a big reputation on biting people, which I don't think I'm involved in. All good.
It's all good. Okay, drop that slightly so it's less in our ears. Okay, so, and online we have Jeremy.
Yes, good evening all. I'm playing Dimitri Dimitrios, the Kaldaran sage and leader, obviously, of this bunch of rabble, with always willing to provide the words of wisdom to help guide them on their way. And currently, also known as Hell Have We Born.
Also known as a massive knob.
So, last session you had been introduced to Dimitri Town, where everyone worships Dimitri apparently because he looks like their hero of old.
Well, he looks like something.
And he has gotten you involved in a quest to save these people who worship him. But save can be, multi-faceted. And it's up to you how you actually save them. And I'm just fixing some things in the background while I'm talking at people because, things break. And so we had last session where 2 characters died by a artifact spear thrown by the child of Nyx, or as she called out, Zargos. And it's the first time you have come up against probably a opponent above your tier.
Yes, that was disturbing. Plumman loved it.
But not too much above your tier. But she was enough that by herself she was a challenge for the party.
Yeah, and then you added some more stuff in there. Fantastic.
Well, that was just her. That was her equipment.
Disturbing. Right.
Don't worry, she didn't blow all her magic in the one encounter.
Yeah. So Plumman, having slowly come down from his blood rage, is wondering why there's 2 strangers that are naked. But because they're naked, they're obviously either barbarian
And one
berserkers.
of them has picked up Little Miss's artifact dagger.
Plumman, having absolutely no love for artifacts, doesn't care about that.
And is Little Miss dead?
Yes, Little Miss has no heart.
Yeah, that was a big spear.
Right.
She had been successfully pierced through and through the heart.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this thing appeared.
Uh,
Naked.
Not the same.
There's
About a
2
round
things.
later.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're a dwarf druid?
Well, it's a
Glaive.
naked female dwarf and a naked female elf.
Glaive.
And both of them were forced to load the bodies of Little Miss and Raya onto the horses.
The hell are you? Sorry. The hell are you?
We are Rhea and Little Miss.
No, they're
How do you
They
recognize
died
Little Miss?
gloriously.
Because this is the first time you've seen the different
right,
body.
okay,
So you're in a new body. Here's this strange elf who you've never seen before, and it's the elf of your horror stories too. So every elf who looks like that is an elf who kills your kind.
Is that a dark-skinned elf?
No,
Wait, no,
the
pale.
albino.
Yeah, the albino.
The albino elves are the scariest elves in the
Of
city.
course, Little
Right,
Miss is an
okay,
albino as
cool.
well.
It rolled that up.
I'll tell them I know I've been reincarnated. I assume.
Yeah, you have all your memories, even the bargain you made,
Yeah.
and the look on Little Miss's face as you stabbed her through the heart.
Yeah. Minor details. I am Rhea, and that previous body was me, but I died, then got reincarnated.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, good luck. Good thing I don't have much wisdom.
Can you persuade someone to the truth?
I doubt it.
Is it insight?
Yes. As
Yep.
a target against your...
No, that's 10.
So what'd you get? No, what did David get?
16.
Okay, so he doesn't seem to be believing you.
That sounds like horse shit. And I know horse shit.
I'm well aware you know horse shit. You are the horse
So
master.
you appeared out of nowhere.
Yep.
I like this new person already.
And you would run up and as they were loading your dead friends onto the horses.
Right.
And you've never seen these guys before.
Okay. So they came out of nowhere.
Yep.
But some weird shit has happened in the fight.
Yep.
Hell of a lot of weird shit. We're
So-
also sad because 2 of our party members have died.
That's right.
Yes. Probably the
without me eating
two
them.
least annoying party members. Unlike Dimitri. Why couldn't they have taken Dimitri? Why?
Well, you do realize that she had the person you had fought had specifically called down Dimitri, and was going for Dimitri until someone shot out her mouth.
So Dimitri's a coward for not facing up to the challenge.
Actually, Dimitri was
Trying
right
to-
behind you on the front line.
And yet you weren't in front of me.
Well, that's because you move faster.
Can we just point out who wasn't in front of the spear?
So you're just slow. I don't see a giant spear hole in your chest.
Well,
He got better.
obviously.
It's 'cause he was too busy left.
Why would I want a giant spear in my chest?
Yeah. Why don't you just go levitate your ass away? Anyway.
So we are confident that you are lying.
Well, you,
Not
you,
out.
you can make an insight check.
Roll your own insight roll, because Plarman is confident. Plarman also loves horses more than people.
I got a 6.
That's going to get you a bit closer.
It is. Unless, of course, you got more than plus 4.
So it turns out he's just maxed out his insight.
No, I don't have a good insight.
Yeah, but if he still gets like a 9 or something, then I'm still screwed.
No, if he gets a 9, it's like you convinced him. It's like he believes you.
What even though I rolled an 8?
No, I thought you said you rolled a 10.
Sorry.
All good. If you rolled an 8, then
yeah,
yes.
So
It's,
I've got 7.
no, you do believe him. He
Plarman-
is so believable. Of course, he must know what he's talking about.
Plarman has no trust in your opinion. And
But
why do I have to say what I'm about to say?
but he appeared.
Go on, you know you want to, Dave.
She appeared.
Shut up,
She
Jeremy.
appeared.
They're both now female. So 2 females have appeared, where you've lost a male and a female character.
Right.
Plarman looks to Dimitri.
Yes.
Ooh, what are you gonna say? He's the tiebreaker,
Unfortunately,
and he's
and
got
begrudgingly,
a history of rolling ones. and
You're
twos.
going to look to Dimitri for some advice and wise words to help you through this situation.
so
You
Plarman
don't
looks
have
to
to say
Dimitri
that.
and throws a hand axe at him. No. You, what do you
So I only
think?
got 7. So
Yeah,
you beat me.
Yeah, you make him believe you.
Oh, okay.
So, how about you, Jeremy? How did you go?
So I missed the explanation of the fact that he just basically said, "I'm liar," and this is simply missed, wasn't it?
He did go
Yeah.
through he'd been brought back.
Simply miss.
And
Excellent-
so,
excellent concept there.
But so normally it takes significant effort by your companions to bring one back from the dead. Dimitri looks at the other two and says, "I'm not seeing that happening here."
But it's called reincarnation.
Yeah.
So
Reincarnation?
Why would
How?
you? Yeah.
why?
Why would you not have come back as horse? That makes no sense.
I wasn't given enough. If I had a choice, I would have come back as who I originally was.
Oh, a horse. So you were not good enough to come back as horse. Okay.
No, I wasn't given the option.
Well, I understand.
I wasn't
Because
given any
you're
option.
not a horse.
Well, next time I die, I'll try. Does that make you happy?
I can make that happen.
No, thank you.
You don't want to roll on the table again and see what comes next.
I'm good.
Imagine that reincarnating like, dude, this buddy sucks. Try again.
We have had a few instances where people have died many times. So far, Mark has the upper limit of what I've allowed in games.
And the effect that was allowing the reincarnation is no longer going. So if you did kill me, I would actually die.
But he doesn't know that.
Anyway,
So who arranged this reincarnation?
You have no idea. But you've got this black circle over your heart.
Yeah, it was magical stuff.
wow, I'm dumb and that
Yes,
doesn't
as
even
I said.
convince me.
It's magical stuff that normally requires considerable effort on the part of your companions to make it happen.
I don't know. Ask Little Miss.
Little Miss is sort of staring at her body in shock.
Little Miss is dead.
Okay, well, ask.
Hang on, what were you doing during combat?
I was trying to help out, and that.
You got stabbed a few times.
Yes, I got stabbed a few times.
You remember being turned into a goldfish, and then you don't remember much else after that.
I seem to remember absolutely nothing.
Natural one.
No, but pretty close.
Okay, so how do you convince them that you're really Raya?
Is there something only she would know? Or he, or whatever,
Let's go with that at the moment.
that it would know?
Oh, good question.
Like, what was the last city that we visited?
Where are we headed right now? What are we
I
looking
don't
for?
know, but
The, yeah.
Yeah, so Dimitri's asking you, where are we headed? What are we looking for?
We're looking for a way to find that damn goblin.
No, but I mean more immediately.
We're trying to find some stupid mace because apparently you're the leader of this country or some bullshit.
That sounds like Raya's knowledge of experience and understanding of the way of the world to me.
That's definitely Raya, and it's definitely right too. I mean, I'm convinced.
well, I was already convinced.
Because I'm sure that if it was someone who tried to replace him and infiltrate himself within the team, he probably would have feigned more knowledge and understanding exactly what was going on.
100%.
It's when they tell you where your destination is, how many people to worry about, and then suddenly go, have we got the right person?
Yeah.
Plumman would just start throwing obscenities at Dimitri. That would be how you knew it was Plumman.
So, would you like to... I guess you can't put on Ria's armour because it's not fitted for you. Or if it's magical
No,
armour.
but myself and that were gonna possibly swap our old clothes.
Okay.
So,
Because the
Dimitri,
human clothes would fit the dwarf a lot better than the elven clothes would.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Dimitri had also noted that the new little miss had picked up the dagger with no problem, and the new Raya had picked up the staff with no problem. So,
And there's no hole in our chest, which is nice.
So... Alright, okay.
But they both have the same tattoo on their chest.
What
do we recognise that tattoo
Black-
or the
black
symbol?
circle over their heart.
Is it the same that we've got?
None of you have
We
that.
don't have it. So they...
And their former bodies didn't have it.
So
Right.
25 on religion.
Makes
Or
you
something like that.
think of an eclipse or darkness.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So they'd be marked by darkness.
Yeah. So Dimitri won't actually announce that.
Okay.
Well, they had technically been slain by the daughter of darkness.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
I don't recommend it. Yeah, but...
It just relates to more unasked questions from Dimitri on the sense of, yeah, killed by darkness. Yeah, I can imagine there'd be mark left behind, but it can be left behind on the old body. Brought back under unknown circumstances, marked by darkness.
All
People
sounds like
watch.
religious bullshit. Let's just get the hell out of here. Maybe put some clothes on them,
Yeah.
please.
Are we allowed
Please.
to grab our old stuff now?
Are you letting them loot the bodies?
Yes.
That dwarf is horrible. Seriously. Put the clothes on.
Fine. I'll
You get clothes on.
we'll loot the bodies and we'll swap the clothes like we discussed this time.
Do they
Sorry.
get to reset their stats?
No.
No.
Right.
They just get they remove the racial features of the previous class and
Just
gain the
swap
racial features of the new class.
Same
Same character class.
Just thinking about that dwarf again.
But there's more here to hang on to.
I have literally waded in horse shit, and that was worse. Anyway, where are we going? What do we kill now? Who's dying?
We remain on the path to look for the gentleman that apparently knows where the scepter may be.
Yeah, that's important, but is everybody alive? Like,
Even
I've
Tassia
lost-
survived the combat.
I've lost 3 hit points, so I can sing a song, a 10-minute song of rest.
well, also, where did woman go? You know.
Well, she was with Dimitri
Yeah, she was protecting Dimitri.
until Dimitri told her to get out of the way, head back and help them.
No, I'm talking about crazy bitch with the spear. You know, the one that was trying to kill us.
Yeah,
I'm sure she'll try again later.
Where did she go?
we managed to scare her off.
So, Dimitri, you're saying you lost her.
No,
What is your job in this party, my friend?
to help ensure that you don't get yourselves in too much trouble.
I mean, do you fight her?
Bit
Do
late
you
for that.
Despite the
magic?
fact that you decided to go into the Hollow World.
Hey!
I warned you
Don't
not
you
to.
bring that? Don't you bring me into that? I didn't want to come here.
I warned you. I tried to, Dimitri.
I didn't want to come here. That's not my
Hey.
fault.
You still followed him.
Because these dumbasses go. So wherever you go, I have to make sure you don't die. Sorry about that, by the way. I try very hard.
I know the feeling.
Dwarves are
No,
so used to-
you are
Except for
very
the try
trying,
hard
not
bits that
try.
stop you dying. Okay.
Anyway, look, let's just go and do the thing. Get that.
And so yes, so I believe that our cleric of Halav was leading us in a location to find this person or whatever.
You still got Tassia with you. She says she's leading you to where you need to go.
Yeah. So if everyone's healthy enough now, we should keep moving.
Yeah, before that creature of darkness comes back again. She's working for the new emperor.
She's coming back. Tell her to come. I have chat with her.
Not today.
She comes in her own time.
Yeah, I think one death is enough.
The player David is not going to say what he was going to say. This is a censorship.
Censorship warning. Okay, so as you pack up and head off, you travel for another day in the rolling grasslands. It does sort of remind you of home, except the grass isn't as high.
And there's no... These lands breed weak horses.
They do, but they seem to be quite have a lot of endurance.
Yeah, not gonna lie, they're pretty good.
So you're actually surprised how much endurance they have.
But still not Ethengarian.
That's nice. You're still not going to actually say anything positive about them.
No. No. Just like we wouldn't say anything positive about Dimitri.
Exactly.
Okay, so traveling for another day, you come across as you're traveling over a small. You call it a mountain pass, but really it's more like a hill than a mountain.
It's a bit cute.
It's sort of like when you're traveling out of the Blue Mountains, out of the mountains range we're in, where you sort of go up a little bit and then down again. It's sort of just like this little lip that hides the scenery behind it.
Yep.
And it's got a bit of a forest there. As you're going through that section there, and enter some willow trees, you see 3 men running towards you in Kerbai armor, so basically Romanesque armor, with emblem on the front of a sword upon an anvil. Their helms are adorned with crests of red hair. 2 of them are struggling to carry a large bronze pot with silver handles, and you see giant bees around them.
Giant bees.
Yep, giant bees.
No, my bees.
Does Hello recognise the symbol of the sword on anvil?
Even you recognise the sword on the anvil. because it is quite obvious.
Yeah.
Even one so uneducated as you. It's your own personal family crest.
It is the symbol of Hallow.
I was pretty sure as a player, I was pretty certain. I was thinking that's where we're going, but how far away are they?
They are probably about, I'd say about 60 feet in front of you, struggling against the bees. And as you look, Tasha says, "Are they of my order? We must help them."
Well, Dimitri was already drawing his crossbow and aiming to shoot one of the bees.
Okay, so you get to roll some initiative to see how well you go.
Are they giant bees?
Yes, they are bees the size of cats.
Are they attacking them?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
They are buzzing them.
So when you say surrounded meant.
Well, he did start with the fact that the three men were running towards us. So.
Yeah, that was all I focused on, to be honest.
And then you cut them down. Why? They ran towards me.
Coming straight for me.
Initiative?
Yep.
Barbarian initiative, yes.
So, as promised,
Yeah,
with
right.
Dimitri's +3 for initiative, I've got 6.
Splendid.
So do I.
So you get 6 as well.
I've got 9.
Can I ask that question that I ask every game?
Which is?
What's initiative? Oh, never mind. 12.
12 for Playman.
12.
So the cleric's got a whole 10.
And the bee's got 42.
I've got questions. And concerns. I've got chills.
And so Jeremy, that's the bees. Just so you know.
As I said, told you.
Fuck off, Jeremy.
So now I've got flashbacks of last night again.
As I said, I held up my end of the deal, and we said that you weren't rolling the 20s, so we're all going to pile on us tonight.
Okay, so luckily I have an actual details of bees in this one because I said flashbacks of last night.
Giant bees.
Yeah, bees the size of a cat.
How many bees do we reckon there are?
You can see 4 of them.
Fantastic. That is the correct amount of bees.
Okay.
Right. Did I get a chance to sing a song of rest?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you probably
Well,
did, actually.
a whole day has passed. You should be fully healed.
Okay, no worries.
But also no.
Okay, so which means that Stefan would now be attuned to his items again because otherwise they were attuned to the previous body.
There you go.
Yeah.
You would have this like problem of, and I pull out my attuned item that's not working for me.
Yeah.
So, are you giving us temporary hit points?
No.
Okay, so one of the bees is going towards someone other than the clerks. They see people coming towards them. So, okay, seems to be flying for Tessia. And manages to strike Tessia. So Tessia is hit by bees. And apparently failed her saving throw.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Who's Tessie?
She's the cleric helping you. Who's leading you to where you need to go.
Oh, yeah.
She's also the woman that we met in that Dimitri met in the baths.
Right.
And she takes a rather nasty sting. And she seems to be struggling on the horse.
Did she pass within 10 feet of me?
Did she?
No, did it pass
The bee.
within 10 feet of me?
To get to
Are
her.
you up front? Then it probably flew over you.
Within 10 feet?
Probably, yes.
I have reach.
You have reach.
But if you're still flat-footed, effectively.
Barbarian. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's not a thing.
It depends
Okay.
on which type of barbarian.
The plumberman kind, which is obviously the best.
The non-flat-footed kind, obviously.
I'll resolve later on.
Okay. In which case, then another one flies towards the clerics. and misses. The third one flies towards Rhea.
Just got back.
Okay, and it
Not dead yet.
hits armor class 21.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, see, watch this.
You take 1 point of damage.
Oh.
Constitution saving throw. 13. Okay, so you managed to save against the poison, so you only take 1 point of damage. And then the last one is flying towards apparently Tashir again. And hits her. And she fails the poison save. Poison condition. I think she actually gets disadvantage on saving throws.
I don't. You never get disadvantage on saving throws, do you?
No, just attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
Unlucky can give you disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so now Playman can go. 3 of the bees are dead, and one of the bees is still bashing the
Oh,
cleric.
because it's stung. It's stung. Yeah. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds.
So it's- Right. It's done its job.
And poison doesn't have a time limit now.
It's just a condition.
It is a condition. So when you are poisoned, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
It's clobbering time.
You throw an axe.
No. Only
You
do that
charged.
to Jeremy. Yeah. So we're actually going to do a charge.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to go and get my book. Bugger. I'm going to have to get my book. Damn. I forgot about my book. Let's just go with 1 attack for the moment. Does
It'll probably be enough.
25 hit.
Over 25 easily hits.
About 4 billion d8s.
Do you have at least 5
I
dice?
think it's 4.
4 dice. Okay, so
And you got at least +1.
So if you got at least +1, so no matter how much dice you roll, don't worry, I'm sure you'll do just as well.
Cool. It's dead.
It absolutely splatters on your weapon.
I charge, so there's more than that too.
So yes, don't worry, they had 5 hit points.
Ah, well, it has 0 hit points.
Well, I believe if you take it to negative its hit points, it actually is an insta-kill even on a character.
They're not coming back. Unless they've got some unexplained magical effect that brings them back instantly reincarnated.
If this is the
But
case,
how could that
I'm
happen?
concerned. Suddenly, everybody and everything that dies is immediately reincarnated. 4 million ants researched today.
No, 4 horses.
Oh. How many do I have? I could call myself the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Cool. So they died.
They died. And these guys are saying, thank you. We were besieged by those bees. They're usually more timid.
Yes. Speak to him.
You expecting to meet them
This
then?
is his place.
Oh, you look like Halav.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Speak to the guy's houses.
Greetings.
So,
These are my companions.
these are your companions.
Armin, Raya, Little Miss, Willie.
I had a vision that I'd meet the son of Halav on my quest this fine year.
Well,
ready.
apparently you receive pathetic dreams.
I do.
I found it on the
Just that we haven't heard from.
I found it on the ground. I didn't know if it was yours or not.
We have not been able to contact our god for a few months now. but one of the last things we got was a vision that you were coming to save us.
Well, you're
And-
not
and-
being chased by bees now.
And they did say we'd know him because he would not have the red hair that we were expecting.
Well, as I said, you're not being chased by bees now.
Will you help us finish our mission? Because unfortunately we need to get into the bee's nest
Why?
to get the holy waters, he says, as if that solves everything. Give me a moment. Hello?
Hey, Mark.
Obviously not the right person.
I'm from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I'd like to talk to you about Jesus.
And then I pass him over and say, hey, Jesus, it's for you.
What up, dudes? It's pronounced Jesus.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And,
His mission entails.
I'm getting the water from under the beehive. Don't you know anything? He says, looking at you. Aren't you the prophesized one?
I was simply asking what your mission entailed.
Getting the water from underneath the beehive, he said.
So you said.
And then taking it to the sacred shrine. Because it's important. My code said so.
Looking at Hassia,
Yeah, she's face palmed.
Why?
so
Apparently she's dealt with these guys before.
So should we give them short shrift? And just
but like I
move on?
say, he was looking at Hassia to confirm this would be the same location that we're headed.
She says, yes, and whatever they're getting is probably needed. I don't know why they sent these idiots. She sort of says a little too loudly. The guys will go, hey, I resent that. And she just looks at them and goes, am I wrong?
Should ask them to not resent means first.
Surely this is one fireball away from problem solved.
I do not condone murder of my fellow...
No, not these morons, the bees.
No, not the bees, they're the holy bees, they said.
What?
The holy bees.
You mean the bees we just
They
killed?
are sacred, yes. We regret having to
What
kill the
about the
sacred
four we
bees.
just killed?
Yes, that was regrettable, but we don't want to kill the hive because that's part of the sacred site.
Okay.
Well, so take us to this sacred site and we will
Fireball it.
It says, oh, by the way,
fix your problem.
my name is Granus.
I don't care.
Oh, okay, I don't care. And over here is my brother Eon. Eon, I don't care over there. And what's your name over there, little miss?
That's a miss. I'm ready.
Did you not listen? I already introduced all my companions.
You did you? I'm sorry, I was just basking in your glory, he says.
Well, lead on.
Okay, and by the way, that's my other brother, Flamon. So we'll take you to the sacred cave.
Hang on, can we just determine one thing here? Are we actually killing these sacred bees, or are we trying to capture them? Because
I'm just reading the fear
No, we
spell.
need to get to piss underneath bees.
I'm not running around with a giant freaking net trying to catch Hody.
No, I'm gonna
No,
do-
he says
I'm
not
gonna
the bees.
cast fear.
We want you to leave the
To make
bees
them run
alone and not
away.
harm the bees. We need the bees alive.
You almost died to the bees.
It's because it's the first time we've ever been attacked.
So a stupid puddle underneath bees. We need to be the puddle. Let's just kill bees.
Get sacred water from under beehive.
Shitty puddle. Kill bees.
What if we have casualties?
Good.
Okay.
Not my problem.
No, carry on then.
Not our problem.
As we start to move off,
Yep.
Dimitri will look at Hassia and
Tasia looks quite sick at the moment because she has been poisoned.
I was going to say, do your...
Can I use restoration?
You can use Lesser Restoration. She can't because she has no spells.
Okay, so yeah, so
I
red wax
don't
effect,
know
yes.
if this
Your powers allow you to...
Lesser Restoration removes the poison condition.
Okay. Or will it just wear off?
No, it actually removes the poison condition.
Okay.
That's one of the few ways of doing it.
But
Alright.
can you cast the spell?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is it's an abjuration spell. So,
Abjuration word creeps me well down here.
okay. Alright.
Okay.
So I'll cast that.
No roll required. You cast it, and she's looking a lot better. She thanks you. Also states that none of her fellow clerics have been able to cast any spells in the last month or so.
Right.
You're in
Well, I think trade in for a better god. But anyway.
Well, the only god who seems to be offering at the moment is death, and no one really wants to serve the god of death.
But I just did it, and I serve Redrian. So.
But you know at the moment that the god Astrius or Simarak, depending on the character, is the one providing you with your magic.
Okay.
And he doesn't have enough to go around.
Right.
And yeah, right, he's providing it specifically to members of our party in that situation. So,
Okay. All right. So I will. So
but yes, as I say,
is it just one
Dimitri stifled a bit of a smirk or a giggle with the comment of, "Yeah, no one would be stupid enough to accept help from death at the moment."
I didn't say anything. I didn't say
spell? So one spell. Okay.
Okay. So yes, you've managed to save them from some killer bees, and so they take you to a nearby cave.
hmm So we're not entering immediately. What are we looking at?
So
I'm looking at flammable liquids.
the cave entrance is a sinkhole surrounded by thick-trunked willow trees, and their roots form a natural ladder down into the cave. Near the sinkhole, you get the sweet scent of honey filling the air, as well as ominous buzzing of many bees. They tell you that the cave is roughly circular, about 30 feet across, and the roof is 20 feet above the floor. And in the center of the cave is a pool of golden yellow water, which they need to dunk their large bronze pot into to collect the sacred water from, because it's forbidden to drink from the pool directly.
If I was to cast the fear spell, would that work well?
That's per hit dice, isn't it?
It forces a save against its worst nightmare.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Dimitri's used one of his good rolls for the night.
You got a natural 20, did you?
Not quite a 20, but he's got perception 25.
And Willie got a 19.
Yeah.
Anyone else listening near the hole? Okay, so the two of you hear the sound of a bear down the hole.
Right.
And
the
as-
bear looking for
And
honey.
as Dimitri listens, you can hear the sounds of more than one bear,
No, I'm
Right.
which you
Okay.
think might be what's stirring up the nest.
Yeah.
But to
Okay.
answer my question about the fear spell, is it liable to go wrong?
It might, depending on what school of magic it is.
What if it's illusion?
Illusions are only half as effective normally down here.
So what would happen?
It may not last as long. It may be
They
easier
may
to
get bonuses
break.
on the save or...
Okay.
It's not something you had a chance to play with.
Hey, you know what'd be really fun? If I just jumped on the bear and then it turned into a barbarian. That'd be a lot of fun.
Would it count as
What,
a
you
mount?
mean? You mean because you killed it and gets reincarnated?
No. Dick.
It becomes a camel.
Hang on a second. Wait a second. I can talk to animals.
Yeah, you can.
I swore I'd never do it again, but it's a bear. Hopefully the bear isn't a druid.
Chanting they could find
But you can also talk to the bees. Well, they might count as vermin. You might not be able to talk to them.
No, they
Alright.
count as beasts. So anything you can, I believe it allows you to talk to any beast.
Oh, I don't like it.
I could call an owl for you. You love talking to them.
I could call a glaive for you.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
I'll be splitting a few. Don't you worry about that. Alright, let's do that. I'm not even sure what the... Is it...
Okay.
No.
It is a nature roll for you to get the ritual out.
A nature roll or
Yep.
a handle animal check?
Well, to be able to speak to an animal is nature, because you're basically doing the ritual.
Huh. Everything went better than expected. 18.
Okay, so as you sit there and prepare your mind, suddenly you hear the sounds of the horses just talking with that stiff British accent to each other. With the tut-tut, yeah, he's a good bloke. Yeah, you really like him. And then you got this one growly sort of voice going, "Yes, we must serve, master."
Lyman looks
Is
at
that
the
the
horses.
bears?
No, this is the one who's
Oh,
got that
okay.
growly voice is the one you're been riding.
Right. Yeah, cool.
Right.
So apparently he's almost sounds like Hulk Smash compared to the others.
Yeah.
And the others were going, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. Let's have tea. And from coming down from the hole, you're hearing, "Protect the hive! Must protect the hive! Protect the hive! Protect the hive!"
You get the feeling there were certain eventualities that the book didn't predict.
Well,
dumbass
no. It's
barbarian casting
it's
talk
when
with
the
animals.
bears start saying, "We're going to have a picnic."
Hey, boo boo.
And you've got one. Okay, you take the left flank, you take the right flank, and we'll take all the bees out in one go. And Esmel and Telopus, we'll get them later. Look, there's horse there.
So guys, just so you know, the bears are trying to kill. I assume they're the bears. We're trying to kill the bees.
So let's get in there.
Maybe we should stop this. I guess. I'm assuming that you people have models of that sort of thing. Maybe you might want to. I don't know. All I know is the bears kill bees, kill the bears, and then we get the puddle.
And the other two bears are more growly. "Yes, master."
So there's a master bear. Masturbate. I don't know.
All I know is that if I can talk to the bears, I can probably convince one of them to be my mount.
You'd be relying on your persuasion.
I would feed them the horses.
Well, lead on then.
Are you serious? I'm not going to lead on. There's bears in there. Bears are scary.
They're bears that are about to be your friends. Is that what you said?
No. Don't get too carried away, my friend. Anyway, do you want to save the bees? I hear that's a good thing. Something about cross-pollination of crops, and you know, you can't have horses without crops. So maybe save big dumb bees. Did those dumbasses come with us, by the way?
Yeah.
And do the giant bees.
Oh wait,
Oh,
guys, this is going to be so funny. Hang on, watch this. Somebody should probably stop Plowman at this point. Plowman looks to the new guys. Hey guys, these sacred bees, they're being attacked by 3 bears in that cave right now.
They look at each other, drop the pot, and pull out their little weapons.
Big, huge bears, bigger than 2 horses.
"Sacred bees must stop, must protect.
That's right. We'll get them.
We'll help," they say. And she just looks at them going, "Are you trying to get my friends killed?"
Do we need them?
"Yes.
Why?
They are people. You shouldn't just kill people because they aren't as strong as you."
So, can we see anything down through into the cave, like any of the bears or the bees or the pool or anything like that?
You can see.
Or if it angles away too quickly?
Do you go and lean and look down because?
Okay, looking from the top of the sinkhole.
You can see that there's 3 bears around a golden pool with a beehive hanging over the middle of the pool while the bears are trying to swipe at the hive. the bees are all swooping them and getting in their way.
No, but seriously, like we only need one of them to go back to finish the job.
I'll go for Scorching Ray on the biggest bear.
Says that they won't learn if they die. And the biggest one looks almost twice the muscle mass of the other two.
Oh,
Looking at him, he has shreds of clothing mixed in with his fur, as well as red glowing eyes.
Barnum shakes his head at this conversation. Sorry, Jeremy.
Dimitri's going for a Scorching Ray on the biggest bear.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
No, I wanted to make it cool. I wanted to make a cool entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, Dimitri's plan is to bring them out where you can get to see them more easily.
Give me a attack roll.
Oh, I'm getting attacked by bees.
Bees and bears, oh my.
If I see no,
Attack roll. 19.
19. I'm sure that's going to be a hit. I'm just checking.
It's a good thing.
Okay, 19 is a hit.
Literature and interest in the arts.
In fact, actually, I just remembered there's 3 rays, so I'll go 1 on each bear. So it's attack roll for each of them, I'm guessing.
It is.
The second one was AC 13,
That will be a hit.
and the third one was AC 20.
That will also be a hit.
Where am I? 2d6.
Sounds like the right
First one takes 8 points of fire damage. Second one gets 6 points of fire. And third one, 7 points of fire. How's that for average? 6, 7, and 8 on 2d6 rolls.
Well done.
And
And then we'll be calling initiative because you've declared combat.
okay,
Yep.
I was basically going to say that, yeah, I'm going, hey, up here! And then dash off with a bonus action as the plan.
What was the question, Stefan?
Evocation work again? Because I know I've used it before, but I can't remember.
Evocation requires a roll, and you need to get at least the 15 plus spell level to get it off.
It was
Okay,
like
cool.
50-50 chance.
So
That's right,
it
okay.
was not an easy. If you ever roll a 1, you lose that spell from your memory completely.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If you roll a 20, you overcast it.
Right.
So much so it almost loses coherence to what you were trying to do.
Right.
Such as when Dimitri overcast Fireball and blew up the area.
Yep. Alright, cool.
Mark.
But I was able to put my Arcane Shield to protect Plumman from that fireball.
The voices of the horses
Yep.
being not intelligent,
Oh no, they came across as quite intelligent too.
that's disturbing. The voices of the bees
Yeah.
seemed very hive-like and not intelligent.
Oh no, they were basically communicating and working in together. So lots of different voices talking about protecting the hive. So you're basically, when you're hearing the bees, you're hearing about 20 or 30 different voices at once in the same harmony.
Right, so hive. And the bears,
Individual sort of voices under the dominance of a single voice.
but also we're talking about flanking.
Yeah.
I'm a bit concerned these don't seem like normal animals. It's really hard to sing in an accent.
It's a bear, oh my.
Oh my.
Okay.
You still roll for evocation cantrips, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, yeah, because the chance of losing it. Alright, cool.
13 for Plumman.
13 for Playman.
Oh shit, initiative. Never mind.
12 for Dimitri.
7.
7 for Willie. And what did you get?
5.
5. So you're doing quite well this time.
Yeah.
At least your dice are consistent.
Well, I'm getting used to this dwarven body. I keep thinking you have longer reach than I.
I've got a warhammer in my life.
That'd be interesting, actually.
It was trying to turn everybody into a dwarf.
Yeah. What would happen if I take that one?
It'd turn you into more of a dwarf.
You would definitely be happy to be a dwarf.
But,
Do
I
it.
don't think Wave would be happy.
No. No. And I'll be damned if I'm going to touch that.
Actually, Wave's not going to be happy anyway. I'm now a dwarf.
Yes, Wave is not going to be happy with you because you are now a dwarf. Some things you could do with it before it now won't allow you to do.
Previously, before we got into combat, Barman looks at the warhammer. He just throws it at Brienne.
Are we going to trade back again, are we?
No.
You're going to run around
I'm not taking it.
screaming protest.
No, I'm just not taking it. Don't want it. I don't care if it's an artifact.
I wonder if I touch the artifact. Because I'm ready to tune to wonder if I die again.
You
Well,
can't
you-
cross the streams.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you lose your attunement when you died. So you get to choose to attune to the thing again.
So did you
Ah.
pick Wave up?
Well, I assumed I picked Wave up, but that doesn't necessarily mean I tuned to him again.
No, you have. It doesn't it doesn't always auto attune.
Yeah. The rest of my stuff, I assume did.
Okay, so Jeremy, you know how you shot into the hole?
Mm-hmm.
The three clerics all yelled charge and ran into the hole.
Jesus, so right.
Well, they rolled a natural 20 on their initiative.
Well,
Hey, points for enthusiasm.
Well, it's their holy site.
Okay, so
Give it 5 minutes, they'll be just as holy.
Okay, and then you hear one of the growly voices that Playman. Everyone hears a growl.
Yeah.
Everyone else hears the. And then Playman hears the big bossy voice going, fresh meat, and he just charges in.
Alright, Butcher from Diablo.
Quick, let's find a jail cell.
Okay, so he attacks the clerics. Apparently, so badly he slips and falls.
okay.
Plot has protected the clerics. Natural 1.
okay, so Playman, you're up.
Why does it have an axe?
Because it's a handy bear. You know, it's like some bears wear pants, some don't. He's just wearing an axe.
Okay.
Plumman walks in. Well, sorry. Plumman. Yeah, no. Plumman's superhero walks into the stage.
And you hear from behind you, Master, be careful. We're all the different horses.
And
And some of
Everyone's
them.
talking.
in the background, you hear like Marvel send off some cinematic, loud music.
And then you hear two of them talking
you
about
a-
the different flavour of the flowers around here compared to
Are you a
from where they were
universal
earlier.
translator for the horses and the bears?
For all animals. The bears would like you to know that you're going to be delicious later.
And then from above you hear, I can poop on them, look! And then you splosh right next to you.
So, it may surprise you that with all of these infuriating things, the Master of Zen suddenly rages. How far away are these?
They are 20 feet down.
Good news, everybody. Farman is going to use an action while he's running to scream this heinous, guttural, loud challenge at the bears. There's probably some sort of like light show going on behind.
Your mother was a honeypot.
Here we go.
It's good enough. More angry, less smoldery.
But we don't speak bear, so it's okay.
Wilhelm scream.
I have that.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Because that would not be the correct yell. Then he runs into combat.
Yes.
Sorry, I was just actually reading up on the old Weapio Bastero. Oh, damn it, don't tell me. Oh, okay.
So while he's looking that up, Stefan, could you get me muesli bar, please?
Sure, did you want any seafood or anything?
That would also be great.
In a tea?
I had something before you arrived. No, I had food, not tea.
Can
A hot tea would be nice.
Plumman charges to within 5 feet of said bear.
So you jump down the hole?
How far down's the hole?
20 feet.
Good
That was
news.
why he was trying to get the bears to come out, so you didn't have to
Yeah,
jump
but
down.
the dickheads went in, so why not? Good news. 20 feet is exactly the number that I'm after. So during my descent, there's a glaive pointed down at them.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
I am not mounted, otherwise I would have advantage. I found that, by the way. That was a great thing to see. Attache. Does, and I really, really hope it does 18 hit.
18 hits.
Good news,
Square in.
everybody. Are they susceptible to crits?
They are susceptible to crits.
I moved more than 20 feet in a straight line, which makes it automatically a crit. So, with Master... Was I expert or Master?
We'll call you Master at this stage.
Okay. The damage, yeah.
Actually, it might be still be expert. Sorry, I think Master is next year.
Yep, that's okay. Okay. Crit on weapons nowadays.
Double damage unless otherwise told.
Okay, cool. Really need another damage. Where did you go? Where?
Sorry, I borrowed that D8 from you.
Ah!
That's the one I borrowed.
Monster. Martin, can I borrow 2d8 with you token, please?
Would you like some blue?
No, I'm good, thank you. Sorry, just need to. Does it double the modified damage?
Yes.
Yep,
Double the
cool.
modified damage. The only thing it doesn't double is extra damage because it was a crit. So
Yeah,
if something
cool.
comes in because it's critted,
Yeah,
then that stuff isn't damaged.
Yeah.
Doubled.
10, 20, 30 damage.
Okay. You see it slightly scratch the back.
Concerning.
So that's your first attack.
Yep. Does the next one count as charging?
No.
Or-
The first one counts as charging.
Yeah. Do we have a reroll?
You do have a reroll.
I'll take it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't feel like a critical miss.
How do you get rerolls?
One, you show up early. Two, you show up.
Okay.
So
Got a
you
reroll pool?
you can get on that. Three for having Stepan get the character up onto the website. Four by helping with the subscription to the blog and YouTube. And there's a few different ways of doing it, and also showing that you've got a copy of my wife's book also gets it. So I generally give around up to about 10 per game.
So, good news, everyone. That was a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Better than one.
Yeah, significantly better than a 1. 13, 26, 36 damage.
Okay. And third attack.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you have 3, don't you?
Do I?
I don't.
I think he's a barbarian at
No, I think I
only 2.
have 2, yeah.
Okay, so 2 attacks.
Yes, sir.
At least we've got a bonus action attack of some sort.
No, I'm not a fighter.
Then Dimitri gets to go in.
What do you mean go in?
Well, you can go in with magic without actually going in. You,
Okay, that
you
was supposed
started it off.
That was supposed to be coming out. What's the point?
Well, apparently someone changed the plan right after you said, here, let me get them out.
Yeah, well, they say, yeah. Stay here, we'll deal with the bears, and then we need to get them out, but yes.
How many bears
So
are there?
can he still see all 3 bears from where he is at the top of the hole?
He can, and he sees that Playman jumped on the biggest of them, which took the blows.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Ra-
obviously, Plyman doesn't want Dimitri stealing his kill. So.
Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. It's friggin' huge. Kill it.
Well, look at it this way. Each of the blows you've done so far is enough to take out a standard bear.
And it's damaged.
You think you've actually managed to get the equivalent of bloodied.
And the other 2 bears, how did they look a bit singed from the fire, from the scorching rays?
Oh, yeah, they looked very singed from the scorching rays.
Okay. Dimitri's going to go with the firebolt then at one of the other bears. Yeah, no problem with the Arcana check.
So, what sort of weapon were you using?
Blade piercing.
Any sort of special about that weapon? Okay.
That's unfortunate.
So, nothing special at all?
No.
Okay, so after your 2 swings, you do realise that the wound just sealed back up again.
So if I was to turn into a giant ape, would that bestow anything on my...
Not normally.
Okay.
AC 17 on a bear?
So the big bear,
No, one of the other bears.
you hit.
For 16 points of damage from the firebolt.
He goes down.
I will then use. Oh no, you can't actually use actions in other ways, can you? No, that's fine. So, I gotta say whether or not I can still then actually effectively notice that the big bear did not get affected by Plyman's weapon. Did it get affected by the burn?
It did get affected by the burn.
Right.
That's a bit of sick burn.
It was a sick burn. So, Willie. One of your members has jumped down the hole, the other one shot fire down there.
Okay, so
And 3 other people have run through.
And there's smoke starting to pour up out of the hole.
right, but attacking them with normal weapons is not recommended.
No one's called that out yet.
I'll say that.
From Dimitri's position, the smoke coming up out of the hole, I'm assuming that is still just smoke from burning bear?
Yeah, smoke from burning bear.
Okay.
Alright.
The good news, of course, is that's obviously how beekeepers work, isn't it? They smoke the hive, so we'll just smoke it. We'll burn the bears to create smoke to put the bees to sleep.
So did you call out anything to Willie about what you saw? Because you were the only one staring down the hole at the time.
Is there a way to get 2 of the bears and leave the one with Playman?
Well, there's only 1 bear left with Playman.
Please don't
Like
leave it with
1 bear left beside Playman's.
Please don't leave it with Plyman. However, Plyman is quite happy to keep fighting this bear. The player, however, oh God, please help.
Well, I don't have any targeted fire. I've got a fireball.
Yeah, but remember, we also don't want to kill the bees. So fireball would be
It's
bad.
only 20 foot by 20 foot. It's not.
That is
Into
more
a
than-
cave that's about 20 foot by 30 foot.
Oh, okay.
So you can pretty much do the entire bottom of the cave.
Right, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That'll take out the hive, the bears.
The magic pool.
Okay, so leave
The
them.
Plyman.
So
No,
don't.
you'll survive.
Well,
You'll
Plyman will
enjoy
get
the
hit,
points.
but he'll probably survive.
Well, you get a
Yeah.
advantage.
Fireball is not an option, or not preferred anyway.
Right. Well, I got nothing.
Ranged weapons.
I can mock someone.
Yeah, mock
You want to
the
mock the
big
bear
bear.
from above?
Yeah.
Mock the bear.
The one that Plyman's on.
Okay.
So
It-
it's got a
Yeah.
He's gonna make a saving
He's
throw.
got to beat an 18.
Laugh at that
Okay.
bear for being a small pony.
I don't think you actually rolled. I think you have a DC.
Okay.
It'll be your spell DC.
Is it 10 plus?
I think it's 8 plus proficiency plus attribute. That's where most of the DCs are, and that's for no matter what spell you cast. Is that correct,
So
Jeremy?
That'll normally be around the 15 mark.
Okay, so DC 16.
Okay.
16, there you go.
And he got nowhere near that.
Alright, so he's viciously mocked.
He's viciously mocked. He takes damage.
I think
Vicious
he takes a
mockery does
D4.
damage when you actually.
Yeah, I thought it did.
Does you know what sort of
1 point
damage?
of damage,
Your wounds are cutting. Or your words are cutting.
and he has disadvantage when attacking Plummet.
Just want to check what sort of damage it is.
From memory,
Enchantment.
it's psychic.
What's it called again?
Vicious mockery.
Okay, I was looking for cutting words for some reason.
I just mentioned
it's alright,
cutting words, so.
It's going to cantrips. It's going down to my...
You'd be surprised how useful cantrips are.
Oh, so good.
Hey, Dimitri's cantrip just took out the one
Psychic
bears.
damage. So you've now done thousands times more damage than Playman with your 1 point of damage.
Right.
So, sorry, who were you mocking?
The one that Plummet's on.
The bear or Plummet?
I got it.
And you see that the bear get a cut across it that doesn't heal. As part of its, eye just go,
And it feels mocked.
and it's looking up the hill at the little halfling.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is Tashia's go.
She runs over to the hole and readies her crossbow and shoots down at the other bear. And hits.
She doesn't want to interfere with Plummet having fun.
And the other bear goes down.
Does it get back up again?
No.
So it's a magical crossbow.
Doesn't look
Or
magical.
magical bolts.
And then it is Raya's turn.
You've
You've got a mocked bear, a stabby barbarian screaming.
So she shot this thing and it just went down.
Are the bees?
There were 3 bears to start with.
Yeah.
The 2 smaller bears have been killed. One of them smoking and one of them's got
So
bows out of it.
got the tough one.
Are the
Yeah,
bees?
fine,
So the bees doing anything at the moment? Have they acted
no,
yet?
it's not their turn to act yet. They rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
Apparently,
They can all
they
go
were,
to sleep from the smoke.
they were apparently surprised by people screaming and jumping into the hole.
How far
Well, it had
away-
been a bear of a day for them.
Unbearable.
How far away are we from the bears?
Okay, so the bears are 20 feet down, and you were probably at least 10 feet from the rim. So you didn't actually. Only one person looked down to see what was happening, and that was Dimitri. And then he fired his searing bolts at it.
Okay.
And then he told people the bears are coming, and then people jumped down the hole.
So then other people jumped down the hole.
Yeah.
And then someone else ran up to look and laughed down the hole.
It was a shame I didn't have Benny Hill music, but this music from Sirenscape's not too bad.
Well, if you had Benny Hill music, then we would have known they would have jumped out the hole at the other end and then popped out, having not gone down and gone through and up and in.
Okay. Well, I guess I will. Do I bother picking up hammer? No, I think I'll leave the hammer for now.
Do you take the trident?
Huh?
Do you take the trident?
Well, I already have wave.
He's-
Wave on me.
Well, he's on the horse.
Oh, waves on the horse.
Mm.
Okay. Well, then I don't have wave on me.
Mainly because it doesn't really recognize you at this stage.
Yeah, which is fair. I guess I'll try and pick up the other one then.
Well,
Hammer.
okay. There's a shock of electricity arcing into you. It says, "Welcome, dwarf." So it begins.
The boys coming.
Wait, what did he pick up? Sorry.
Well, you have chosen well.
You have chosen.
As you feel yourself attuned to the hammer.
Oh, okay. So
Wait, the what? Did you say hammer?
Yeah.
As in,
Well,
Yeah.
that I dropped on the ground?
Yeah.
Because he's a dwarf.
Yes!
I
Yes!
expected it to work. Okay. Oh well.
But you don't get to celebrate
And,
that
and,
yet.
and,
'cause you
and,
can't see
while
it
you're doing
from
that,
down
the hammer asks if you would like a boon.
Here's a good one.
It's always a good one.
Yeah, I've heard many artifacts say that.
It's the best boon ever.
You gonna tell me what the boon is first?
there. It'll make you more dwarvish.
It'll make you the best dwarf there is.
Well, apparently they make a very good elf and I die, so you know.
So you want an improvement?
Fine.
Okay, so instead of being a hill dwarf, you are now a mountain dwarf. And male, because that was what you originally were anyway.
Okay, so I'm now a male mountain dwarf.
and why?
Because
You make up your mind.
that hammer is a weapon of the mountain dwarves.
Right.
So much for being female.
Would you prefer to be female?
No, I just thought it was funny because I was going to wear Little Mrs. Corset.
And now you are wearing Little Mrs. Corset.
Fine, I'm wearing Little Mrs. Corset.
I never said you weren't. That's now even funnier.
Alright, fine. Wielding well no corset. Let's do this.
And that took no time at all because it's like, ooh, you have this whole conversation with it, and then you just blink and realize that was the time it took you to pick up the hammer. It felt like an hour or so had passed of conversation.
Am I still able to walk to the edge of this?
Yeah, you haven't lost any actions.
Alright, I'm just gonna look down, try and see this thing.
You see this bear looking meaningly at Willy, looking like it's wanting to crush Willy to little pieces. Doesn't even seem to notice Flaman's there.
Excellent. I'm gonna.
As Flaman's going,
Unleash
stab,
your strength
stab,
himself,
stab.
blazed with subtle enchantments at a creature you can send away.
I'm gonna basically point the whelm at the bear and say, and basically cast it through the whelm.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast light on the bear.
Light on the bear?
Light.
Light. Okay. So what school is that?
Necromancy.
Okay.
It does necrotic damage.
Okay. Though from memory, you do know that not a lot of necromancy works here.
Oh shit, you're right.
And yeah.
Unless your character has forgotten with your near-death experience.
No, I would have remembered that.
I'm sure it'll work better for you now that you're undead.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And now that you're using a hammer to cast it and not just So what level spell is it?
It's a 4th level spell.
Okay, so and you're casting it through the hammer.
Yeah.
You lose 4 from your total hit points. Not from your current hit points, but from your hit point maximum. So if it reduces you below your current hit points, you have temporary hit points instead.
I did 3 damage. Instead
Excuse
of
me.
Instead of 1.
level 5th level. Well, I'm 8th level, but
So yes, you've done a huge amount of damage compared to Flamin.
Alright.
3 times.
But has anybody else been attacked?
So that spell just goes off or do I still
No, the spell still goes off. No roll involved if you burn your soul to do it.
Right, because I did it through to see what was made of. Alright. That's on me. All good. So it needs to make a constitution saving throw apparently.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. It gets a 17.
That might be enough actually. Unless I could use a disadvantage on it. Oh, that's exactly what I needed. Can you use disadvantage? Like using a reroll?
You can do a reroll to make me roll again with disadvantage.
Yeah, I might do that.
Hasn't the is this the bear?
It fails.
Yeah, the big bear.
The bear's already got disadvantage, doesn't it, from the mocking word?
the vicious mockery will mean its first attack
This was a saving throw, not an attack.
Oh, okay.
So it fails?
It failed.
Then it takes 88 necrotic.
Okay.
That's huge.
Yeah. Now for
Fourth level, awesome.
math rocks. Alright, so we've got 6 plus 4 is 10. So how many? So that's 28, 33, 30, 38. Should be a little bit.
So 38 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks like the worst amount of damage that bear's taken so far.
Right, well done.
Okay, and give me a wisdom saving throw. As the hammer says, you know, the halfling's just there. You could just push him in.
Oh, right, shit, yes. Oh. 17.
It's up to you if you follow that desire of the hammer or not, but you think it will reward you if you do.
Oh, still not right now.
The hammer's been doing this the entire time, so it has to sing against halflings.
What did I do?
Not you. It's just the fact you're a halfling. Should have seen what it's been doing to the other halfling. Okay, so now it is the dead bears who smolder, and it's the bees who just seem to sort of slow down and then get land on the ground and not seem to move.
Okay, fucking better.
Now that the 3 clerics down with Playman move up to assist Palaman.
See you, mates.
Okay, they each manage to hit the bear, and
I'm gonna laugh if they kill him.
And they all cause deep gashing wounds through it, unlike Plummet.
Speaking of deep gashing wounds, come here.
and basically their weapons glow each time they hit the bear.
Of course they do. Can you fight defensively or something?
But they are also natives of this nation.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, that didn't come out right. Yes, that is the plan for my next turn.
Okay, so the bear has one look at Playman and tries to bite him.
Fantastic. Go nuts.
Okay.
So is that a reaction? So you can.
Can't do this.
Right.
Okay, so hits a whole armor class of 9.
Nope.
He rolled badly.
Remember, he's got disadvantage. He might roll a 1.
I'm happy with the 9.
Well, it was it would have been a hit otherwise. Okay, and then he moves past Plarman, provoking an attack of opportunity from him and all the clerics.
Yep. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna see. It doesn't. There's no. It doesn't matter anyway. Let's just assume that Plummet.
Only one of the
Do
clerics
you
hits.
have a magic weapon?
Not that he's using right now.
No, I don't actually at all.
Okay.
Do you want
And
one? Just magic staff?
then he climbs up to Willie and has a swing at you with a claw.
AC 15.
They rolled a 15 on the dice.
Okay.
Can we?
Sounds
Sorry,
like-
can I hold you up on that one, please,
Yep.
Martin? Can I use this weapons mastery ability with an attack of opportunity? As an attack, while you are wielding the polearm, you may use the haft of your weapon to rebuff up to 2 adjacent creatures, make a single attack roll, blah 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 blah, and then effect pushes them back.
You can, but that would be your reaction.
Yeah.
And then, but it only triggers as it leaves your square, so you'll be pushing it towards Martin.
Push it through, Martin.
But it's going to the wall and up because it's got climb.
Yeah,
So could you knock it down?
No, because the rebuff only occurs when it leaves his threatening area. So it could walk all the way around him 5 times without triggering the attack of opportunity. But the moment it takes a step away from him is when it triggers, and his ability allows him to push things away from him.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's-
it's like, here, let me help you get to him faster.
Yeah.
So yes, you could, but it's not helpful in this situation.
All good. Yes, climb and attack.
So yes, it got a 22 to hit you with a claw, and I get to roll 2d10 damage.
It's bad, it's silly, buddy.
That's right. Okay. I'm on full.
Okay. Okay, so 2d10 damage, and it does 6 piercing damage to you.
Okay.
Slashing, 6 slashing actually.
Oh, that's slightly better.
Thank you. And the thing is, it could. It was actually supposed to be 2d8. I picked the wrong one. But the amusing thing was, I rolled 2 1s.
Oh, no.
That's why I laughed. It was funny.
So, but you're supposed to roll 2d8s instead of 2d10, so better re-roll.
And luckily for you, it doesn't get a grapple when it does an attack. Okay, so that was the big bear who's halfway up the wall. So Platinum now gets to go. So what Dimitri wanted to do is finally happening.
Mm-hmm.
Playman, what does Playman want to do?
Okay, we'll go back to the thing that we were looking at. I don't actually think we can do anything special with this one.
Well, it actually all worked out perfectly from Dimitri's perspective. We managed to create smoke down in there to put the beast to sleep.
Nice.
Send the priest down there where it's nice and safe, while the bears come out.
Hey, check it out. Dimitri's talking shit again.
You're going to play
It's all part of the plan.
So, the question I now have to ask once again, and I do apologise.
Mhm.
Hang on, you can take the books or tools can be used to put minor
All good.
The deflectability.
Yep.
Could I use it against? Could I use it on an attack that's been?
As long as you say, for my bonus action, I'll be activating Deflect, and then you can deflect as many times as you got for the Deflect.
If it was attacked, if the attack was on somebody else,
No.
not me.
It only works on you.
Well, in that case, your attacks have advantage. So it's wall, Martin, bear.
So it is. So you got the wall.
Mhm.
Up here is the bear. Up here is Martin, and you're down here.
Ah, that doesn't help me at all. Barman moves in.
It's 20 feet up the wall.
Barman moves in and attacks ineffectively.
Slice, 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 and slice. So
Yeah.
you get to roll in case you roll a 1. Luckily, you have a reach weapon.
No.
So you do stab twice. Dimitri, the bears come up to you.
Okay.
And you have noticed now that none of Playman's strikes have done anything.
Yeah. But it seems to burn quite effectively. So we'll go with another 5-volt at it. So Arcana check, no problem, and then AC 17
AC 17 is a hit.
for 13 points of fire damage.
13 points of fire damage.
And then I will step back, there's a bonus dash action type stuff to, and state, okay, give it room, step away, let it out.
Okay, and then it is Willie's turn. He's right in your face. You've got a claw straight down the front of you from him.
Alright, I'll cast invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what rolls I make to make that come off.
As an illusion, so again, you got to try to. No, actually, for illusion, it at least works half as effective. So you're translucent, but people still can see where you are. It gives you a bonus to hide, but you're not completely invisible.
Alright, well,
You still cast a shadow.
okay. Let's see if I can step back.
You can step back.
Step back 30 feet.
Okay. He tries to attack you as you move.
Alright.
He reaches out to bite you, and apparently bites his tongue.
Okay.
See a bit of the tongue go.
Alright, so I've moved 30 foot back, and that's my go.
Well, he got a natural 1 on his attack roll. That's twice now in this combat.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty good for you. So yes, you've moved back. You cast an, you had your action. You moved back. Do you got anything for bonus? Anything special in bonus you want to do?
I can sing a song, but it doesn't actually help.
Might make you feel better. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna die.
Well, you can give someone a 5 inspiration.
Of course, sing a song might make it harder for you stealthy.
But
Or yourself.
has anyone been damaged?
Yes, you.
The bears?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, so it doesn't help me. So the bardic inspiration helps others, but it doesn't help me.
Okay.
So I'm ready to react, but
Well, it's bonus action, so you can still do it if you want.
yeah.
So Tassia loads her bow, her crossbow on fires, and it just bing bounces off his fur.
Oh, okay.
She rolled badly. Raya.
Oh, it's me again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have actions.
So is this bear next to me now?
The
And
bear.
you've got a wonderful
The,
hammer.
the bear is near you, yeah, because it tried to attack Willie. It's right next to you. You can actually swing and hit it with the hammer now if you want to.
So is it now on the edge?
Yeah, it's on the edge, yeah. And it's useless reaction.
Can I move to the opposite side of the bear, the other side of the hole?
Yep.
And that's 10 feet across, you said this hole?
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to attempt to use an evocation cantrip.
Okay. So that is a d20 roll.
Yeah.
Where you get to add your caster modifier to the roll. You're basically the attack bonus you have for doing spells.
Because that's
It's a caster check.
a 21.
Yep. What level is the spell?
That's cantrip.
Okay, yeah, sorry, it goes off.
Okay. So I use lightning lure
Mm-hmm.
on the bear.
Yep.
It creates a lash of lightning energy that strikes range. Target needs to succeed on strength saving throw.
Okay, strength saving throw. It gets a 18.
I'm guessing that succeeds. Okay. Alright.
Does it do any damage?
Only if it was within range of me. How many rerolls do we have left?
Plenty.
Quite a few.
How many?
Plenty.
Plenty.
Quite a few.
You got 8.
Can I attempt to give it disadvantage?
You can attempt to give it disadvantage. Okay, so now it got a 9. So it fails.
Excellent. Alright, so it's
You pull a bit harder and it lets go of whatever it was doing.
pulls 10 feet towards me,
So you pull it across the hole towards you.
across the hole towards me.
Does that mean it's in midair?
No, because the thing is, the hole is 10 foot wide. It means it goes from one edge to the other edge.
Right.
So it's now further away from you.
Okay.
But it's pretty close to Raya.
Yeah, it's right in front of Ryder now.
Yeah, which is fine.
And probably right next to Dimitri at this stage and the other girl as well.
Oh.
So did it do anything else?
Oh, so I'm just being confused by terminology. Okay, so it takes 2d8 lightning damage. So it takes 8 lightning damage.
I'm just checking it myself.
Is it close to death? Or
Yeah, so it takes 2d8.
No. So how much did it do?
8.
8.
8 lightning damage.
Of course it's close to death. Dimitri's hit it twice.
Shut up.
It does
Yeah.
look pretty hurt.
I should have moved back 5 feet, but I misunderstood the terminology. That's okay.
And you can, if you have any movement left, you can continue to move.
Oh.
Because movement happens outside of your action.
But won't that give it an opportunity?
It's already had one.
Oh, okay. Well then I'll just move to the other side where there was. I don't want to be next to that.
Okay.
circle the drain?
Well, I was hoping to pull it into the hole, but I misread the spell.
I know, it's like
Funny, and yes, it's 10 feet across, and I pull it 10
Well, it says up to 10 feet, that's why I was confused.
But let's face it, we don't actually want it back in the hole because it might fall on the bee's nest and squash the bees.
Okay, so
But Flower can hit it.
So the clerics below are looking up with the.
and then Playman.
Sorry, the bear gets to go. The bear pulls itself out of the hole and then goes around the hole. And who's it going to go for?
Probably me.
I'm going to use cutting words.
As a reaction?
Yeah.
You can do that as a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes 5 off its attack roll.
And. Okay, so. With 5 off that, you got an armor class of 11 to swing at you.
Me?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it needed. So.
Okay, so.
I've got 13, and I thought I had the lowest.
Okay, so that happened. So that was 22 points of piercing damage.
Oh!
Jeez.
Okay.
Dimitri will use, generously, he'll use his arcane ward as a reaction. So you can take 16 off.
Piercing
Wait, why am I
damage.
taking 16?
Why does he get to
He's
take?
an endurer.
Because Dimitri uses a reaction to send his arcane ward across to protect Raya. So it basically acts as an arcane shield that takes 16 points of damage from the attack.
Okay, so that was 22 minus 16?
Yep, which means it is 8 damage. 6 damage. 6 damage.
Alright.
Okay, then you get to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yay! I'm terrible at these.
I can't wait.
That's a 5.
Okay, that happened.
I've used my reaction, so
That's fine. I'm just gonna become a
zombie bear.
werewolf thing.
No, it's alright. I'm sure that Whelm has now got a mountain dwarf to work with. You're protected from any transformations.
Maybe.
And then it claws at you, hitting armor class 23.
Yeah, that hits again.
Okay.
You know, when Dimitri said to step back, give it some space, he didn't mean drag it to you.
Yeah, well, I miscalculated.
So you take another 15 points of slashing damage,
Yeah,
but you did get it angry.
that's fine.
Okay, so Playman, you hear the bear roar and growl, and you see spurts of blood.
Well,
Coming from Playman's veins as he's... He got away!
just having an aneurysm. How high? 20 feet?
20 feet.
Don't think that's gonna happen. What's the check for jumping?
Jumping, you don't think you can jump 20 feet that high, but you can
You don't typically need
you
to
can
jump.
climb at half your speed.
15.
So, remember,
Oh, half my
If
speed.
all the PCs are actual Olympic athlete when it comes to
That's good
jumping.
news. I get up there and run around.
You're up there next to him. What do you want to do?
Scream loudly in challenge. Attack it once for absolutely no reason other than to maintain my rage.
So, scream!
Yep. Yeah, more of a challenge, like a I'm here, dick.
Yeah, but you're screaming in bear because you can still talk bear, remember?
Yeah, not screaming in bed, just screaming in Ethingarian barbarian noises.
And it screams
I was going to
back.
say, yeah, you're screaming in something much less intelligible like Ethingarian.
How far away is Dimitri?
I shouldn't, but I will.
Bonus action this round. This quality. Cool. I use my bonus action to deflect.
Mm-hmm. Dimitri. Of course, it's all up to you.
Well, apparently. Does the creature look significantly wounded at the moment?
It does look significantly wounded, thanks to the burns and the necrotic damage.
Yeah. Okay. And no one's silly enough to be in serious danger from it at the moment, are they? So we can keep playing with it, so we'll just go for a firebolt cantrip.
You can call me Ralph Wiggum because I'm in danger.
Yeah, Arcana check good, and then 23 on the attack roll
23 is a good hit.
for another 12 points of fire damage.
Okay, the bear seems to still be going. Willie, apparently it's up to you.
Okay.
He's no longer in the hole.
Dimitri's going to continue following his own advice and use a bonus action to disengage if needed, and then move away from the bear. Keep taunting it away from the whole area.
And I was taunted as well. I rolled a 1. So
What were you doing?
viciously locking it.
Viciously mocking, you don't actually have to roll.
Oh,
It rolls. Because you mock it, you say something derogatory towards it.
Okay.
May all your hair fall out, your fangs are blunt and useless.
See if it can beat 16.
And then it's like...
Apparently it can't. It takes more psychic damage from you.
2d4.
It says that it would like to speak to your manager.
6 damage.
Okay, so yes, you are piling on the damage. You're doing quite well before that. And then Tasia loads another bolt and strikes true. Doing a big chunk of damage to it as well. You see that it's got a couple of bolts sticking into it now. Okay, that brings us to Raya.
Oh no.
It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
You can see your blood dripping from its fangs.
What you gonna do? It's comes to you. Use well.
I can tell you, knowing World stats, one will make it disappear.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
Well,
we
tells you
also that
excruciatingly detailed form, so much so that your elven mind is going, no, but your dwarven part of you is going, that's fascinating.
I need to do this for science.
So I just slap it, do I? Well,
You can have an attack roll and see what happens.
oh, no. I regret nothing and everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
You can have a reroll, you do have them.
I'm using everyone's.
Just use them, man. We got so many.
Alright.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, that wasn't even better. Alright.
What did you get?
I believe the previous one was 7. Oh, the advantage was 6. That's not really. So that's a 13.
13, you hit.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know what damage well does. So.
Okay. That can be easily looked up on to get things to work. Okay.
D8s.
I don't know. He's a hammer, I think. So.
Yeah, but remember, Plumman probably had a lot more training experience with hammers.
Not really.
But it's also a artifact.
Yeah, and Plyman was very attuned and had done all of the things to make it.
That's right. Okay.
Make it happier with
But of course, Rye is a dwarf.
Yeah.
So useless.
Okay, so they just also have to look up weapon stats because it's it likes its new person who's doing stuff with it. Okay, where is it?
If Plyman could dedicate the rest of his life to arcane studies, if only to learn how to destroy the relic.
Okay, so you were rolling 5d8
Dimitri have to teach you.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
5D.
See? All of the D8s.
Dimitri can teach Plumman everything he needs to know about arcane matters.
Shut up, Dimitri. And Plyman can teach you the last thing you'll ever know about pointy weapons.
27?
27 damage.
No, 26.
26. You as it's attacking you, you swing the hammer, and next thing you know, its head sailing clean off the body.
Real damage.
As basically, and basically go sailing at least 200 feet away.
You forgot to call out.
And there's this like this sonic boom as you do so, and the hammer says, and that's how it's done.
Punch!
You forgot to call out 4.
Yeah.
You gotta go back swinging wild golf balls around.
And the body just, for a moment, they just stands there and they go.
It is a very useful weapon, but believe me, do not give in.
And then out of nowhere, you're struck by lightning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're taking 16 points of lightning damage.
That was close.
And as you drop to the ground, you see black smoke pouring out of the bite mark.
Out of the mark.
Out of the bite mark from from the bear.
When you got bitten.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
Did you fall
lightning
unconscious
ability
from the
that
16?
I was worried about for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh,
Did
I
you-
got cleansed it.
Did you fall unconscious from the 16?
No.
No, I've got 4 left.
Okay, good. So obviously you can thank Dimitri then.
Yes. Thank you.
If he protected you
Plyman
from
gets
the
out his
16.
carving knife.
And then the big bear in front of you changes into a humanoid, a male.
What about the other two?
The other two? No, they're still bears.
Plyman continues with his carving knife.
What, of the human or of the bears?
It depends.
His actual traditions don't care.
Yeah. But no.
Yeah, so I figured it was a werewolf. Or bear.
Ow.
Most 100% was a werebear. I accidentally saw it and I'm like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I could see the picture with the axe.
Yeah.
So what the fuck's that?
and then the first bit of damage it did was slashing, and you almost said piercing to begin with, and I was like, piercing? Oh, slashing.
And then it was piercing.
Piercing?
Whereas Dimitri's Keldarin, it was obviously a were creature when it was not affected by not normal weapons.
That's why he carries silver weapons with him everywhere.
Can I ask, well, what the lightning was?
Oh, that was a cleanse.
That was a plan.
Yes. Normally it's not lightning, but because I have been currently co-opted by a different god.
I've got limited resources down here.
I'm working with what I got here.
Normally it would burn out the problem with acid, but at this stage, the god of thought has taken control of me.
Oh. Do you need to rectify that?
Yes, save my god.
Save your god.
Yes.
Where's your god?
where the other gods are. That's what you're trying to do. Yes. You're trying to bring back the gods.
You really need to not give. Plum,
And then you have this whole flash through your brain of all the things you haven't been paying attention to.
Plum knows what you're going through. He recognizes that's there. Do not give in to the moron.
As it explains in excruciating detail all the things you missed.
Yes, the moron.
Dimitri hands you a bunch of green leaves and says, "You better eat this just to be sure."
The hammer is an asshole. Asshole.
We should make that fair now.
Wolfsbane, ensure you don't get affected by the bite.
Don't listen to the moron. I know.
I'm.
And the hammer says, you know, wolfsbane is actually a poison.
Well, yeah,
Your friend's trying to poison you.
I'm aware of that. I'm good, thank you. I've
Hammer.
had a thorough cleansing via
Cimarak.
lightning insertion.
Hammer is asshole. Don't forget.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to do to it?
Fight it. You can't let it go now. You've got it.
So I have to fight the weapon that I currently have.
Yeah.
We work better together, it says. Don't listen to the crazy barbarian.
Just remember that not all battles are fought with weapons. Sometimes the greatest weapon you can have is you.
And
so
in the
glad you
background,
understand
you
that.
hear all the horses agree with him with a no. Master is smart, Master is wise.
Dimitri
Listen to
said,
Master.
"I'm so glad to hear you say that." You are learning.
Okay, I will try.
Hang on, Jeremy. I'm just looking for what weapons I have.
There's this trident just sitting.
I mean, if we gang up, or are you pro Halab?
Well, Halab is apparently Dimitri, so I don't know.
Don't get thrown into games. Just fight hammer.
Right.
Can't give you much power.
Fight with the hammer, but fight.
Dimitri will look down the hole at the three clerics.
No.
They ask if you can pass down the holy container. They left it up top when they
grenade.
Oh, sure.
when they were fighting the bears. They left it upstairs.
That's so useless.
I thought you'd gone down to collect the water.
No, they went down to fight the bear because there was a bear down there.
Does the holy hand grenade look fragile?
Surely they can catch it with 3 people.
Oh, are they gonna catch it?
One of them catches it, the other two fall over trying to get to it. Got it! Got it!
But importantly, they've got their bodies underneath it so it didn't smash against the rock.
Yep.
Yeah, it didn't look fragile.
And you see this nice, soothing, glowing, golden water under the hive, with these drops of honey going into the water.
That is a good point. Hang on. What the? Yo! 3 morons! What is this thing?
This is the holy shrine of our one of our fallen heroes.
So what is the stuff that falls?
That's honey.
Why is it so important?
It seems to be one of the key ingredients that keeps this place holy. So the holy bees.
So, like, it doesn't do anything.
It does, for the right things.
What does it do?
You drink it.
And?
It makes you feel better.
They're making me.
So you
Plum jumps.
We'll-
just
we'll-
saying
good
this
mind
down.
healers.
We'll give you some from the appropriate vessel when we fill it.
Yeah, don't care. Hey,
They actually said it's against their religion to drink directly from it. So, okay, so they pull out their weapons and attack you.
Well, this is awkward. What about Tal?
She's like, hey, no, and basically he's basically committed a sacrilegious act in the shrine.
So she joins in.
Well, she has no choice because basically it's against her religion.
But she's not of the same religion.
She is the same religion.
Yeah.
She's a
got the
higher
same order.
She's a higher rank of their order.
Yeah.
So, yes, you are now up against the clerics of Halav.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you cannot complete the mission without them.
Oh, Plum,
Yeah.
just FYI, Plum's not actually killing her. He might take a big beating.
Well,
Well, can we make amends?
well, basically, he's committed a crime that is, to them, an executable offense. They already said, don't drink directly from it. So, initiative for people.
Okay. Oh, I actually got some decent ones.
Oh, Plum, you dickhead.
9 for Dimitri.
Dimitri gets 9.
16 for Willie.
16 for Willie. Layman got
8.
8. Okay, Raya got
20.
20. Natural 20?
No.
And start building the
Alright, so you're not going to rage.
the replacement. Hey,
You're not going to rage.
I can still rage and remain intelligent.
But you get feral instincts. You get advantage, don't you?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Never mind.
Okay, so Tashia got the natural 20 on her initiative.
Yeah.
So she loads a crossbow and shoots it at you.
Cool.
So is this a...
Okay, so
You want to die out of this? Is that the plan? Or?
No.
your armor doesn't work against her.
Deflecting.
Okay.
Based on the previous thing.
Uh,
AC 24.
AC 24. Okay, it goes right through your weapon.
Yep.
Because one of the things you have learned about these cultures is the culture of the people can't actually damage and ignore armor completely
Yep.
as if it doesn't exist.
Yep.
And you have a bolt dig right into you.
I don't actually wear armor. Let's say
Do
that.
you-
Just.
Do you pretend to be dead or something?
No, fuck no. Plumman's smart, but yeah, that's smart.
Okay, you take 16 points of piercing damage. That doesn't get diminished.
I'm not raging anyway. So.
It hurts like more than any other blow you've had to date.
Yeah, cool. 16?
How can we help you?
You can't. Plumman could very well die. But that's what Plumman was doing.
Raya, you've just had one of your party members attacked by your guide and protector.
For doing an act that we were specifically told not to do.
Yeah.
Is it possible to jump? No, because that'll keep me damaged. Jump down
Well, you see he's got an arrow in him.
there. How deep
Oh,
is the
bow.
hole?
20 foot drop. You can climb down there slowly.
Yeah, but then it's me. Can't use a run action on that, can I? Climbing or whatever.
No, you can't do a run action while I'm doing that unless you actually have a climb speed. If you have a climb speed, then yes, you can run up a wall.
I think I do.
But you can move twice. So you can do move as an action, which doubles your movement for the round.
Alright, okay, yeah, okay. I guess I'll just do that then.
Okay, you move down to him?
Yeah, I'll move down to.
Okay.
I think that's all my actions done.
And Dimitri, next person up is Willie.
I'm going to cast Fear.
On.
It's just... Fear is a thing that's going to just appear next to Plumman and hopefully cause everyone else to run away.
Okay. It's a 30-foot cone.
So it goes out from you.
From me
Down
or
the hole.
from the... Okay.
So you project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears.
Yeah.
Each creature in the cone must succeed on their wisdom saving throw, or drop whatever it's holding and become frightened for the duration.
Alright. I'll do that.
Okay, so
But it's an illusion, isn't it?
it is an illusion.
I don't know how. Is that good or bad?
It means that he'll have advantage on the saving throw. So Flaming gets advantage on the will saving throw.
But he's a friend.
But the thing is, it is...
Did that affect enemies or?
Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. It doesn't specify anything but creature. And Raya has to do it as well.
You're probably also up against the fact you're casting spells at natives, so it'll probably have very little effect on the natives being an illusion.
Sorry.
It's alright.
So, how did Flaming go?
18.
16.
That'll beat the DC.
Okay.
Well done.
And then it is Dimitri's go.
What about the other 4?
They did roll. There was only 3 down there. One of them's up top, so she wasn't in the range of the cone
Okay.
because you're shooting down.
So did any of the 3 fail?
No, none of them failed.
You're facing up against natives, so they probably had significant advantage on the roll.
Alright.
So
Dimitri's delaying at the moment, attempting to keep fairly careful track on exactly how damaged Climate is looking.
okay.
An action, he'll have a delay, basically, or no, what's the word? Yeah. Ready, that's what I'm looking for. He'll be ready to call out some words when he feels that Plummet is close to unconsciousness.
Yep. Okay, so then the clerics all go to town on Plummet.
Yeah.
So the first one hits an armor class of 24.
Yes, it's.
Okay. And he does 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
The second one gets an armor class of 23,
Yep.
dealing 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And the third one, natural 20. He does 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
How's Plummet looking at the moment?
Nah, he's bleeding, but he's alright.
Okay. And then Tashi is up again. She shoots another bolt at you.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's the start of the round. I missed you, didn't I? I missed you. It's your go.
Okay, so rage. 40 feet up, and however many movement it is to his horse.
Okay, so the 3 clerics could attack you before you go.
Yeah, that's fine.
That, technically, because you went before them, so we'll call that was their attacks.
Cool. Up, horse. See you later.
Okay.
As fast as.
As you can make the horse go.
Yeah, absolutely. All 3 of them.
They all sort of look at each other going... Okay. So, Tasha just looks at Dimitri and say, so is that person really with you?
You thought he was.
He's an infidel and unbeliever, but vital to the quest. Recognise that he has profaned the holy waters. However, I would ask that his death be commuted.
Will you carry it out at the appropriate time?
It will happen when necessary.
Good fucking luck.
Are we still in initiative?
Would you want to continue and do something?
Yeah.
Okay, you get to act. They've had that quick conversation in that time because that was her go. I was talking to Dimitri.
And Dimitri had delayed and to have a chance to chat when he wanted to.
Really
So.
not happy with accusing party members like that's not
Okay. The hammer is quite happy with your actions and gives you advantage on the throw.
Who are you taking?
Dimitri.
Whoa! Okay!
Party kill.
That's, yeah, your character.
That's 18.
So, would an 18 hit you, Jeremy?
Yes.
Okay, so there's this screaming sound as a hammer soars up and strikes Dimitri with a resounding boom. So that is 5d6 damage.
Wow.
And he's already used his duration thing.
Yeah, just save him. Because again, he doesn't listen to what Dimitri said.
That's 11.
So Dimitri takes 11 points of damage.
11.
Yeah.
I didn't roll very well.
Fantastic.
As the hammer soars back into Raya's hand.
I basically just like yelling at Dimitri about how you throw out party members under the bus.
And he's currently cursing you in Dwarven, which you do understand because of your amulet, but...
Well, I understand Dwarven anyway.
And
Because remember, Dimitri's a linguist.
you're as bad as the halflings.
You hear Plumman.
Dimitri will
And then it is Willie's
see.
turn.
Dimitri just kind of look around and see if any of the clerics appear to understand Dwarven.
Nope.
Well, I don't know how. I don't have a.
Dimitri's going to respond back in Dwarven, saying, "Bloody listen to what I said. He was not in danger right now."
I'll delay my action
Yep.
and look at the two of them, but don't do anything just yet.
Ready to cast something if you have to.
Yeah.
Fireball! That will solve everything.
Well, I could go outside the thing now, so I don't have to get
I
the
don't
bees.
think it's going to affect both of them.
Well, you only need to take one of them out and then side with the other. You were always right. Doesn't matter which one, whichever one survives.
You were the chosen one.
Okay, so then it is Dimitri's turn now.
Yes.
After yelling that out.
how he's going to react.
So, how do you act now that you've been hit by a hammer?
So, he's yelling back to Raya, stand down, listen to what I bloody well said. I'm protecting Plummet at the present time.
Am I able to yell back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll yell back in Dwarven. Swear by it. Swear
I already
on
did.
God you're protecting Plowman.
Okay, Dimitri speaking in Dwarven and just like doing the conversation.
I'd like you all to know that I'm creating a new character, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Flame's got his horses and he's running.
Really, it's just like, this is not on, we don't hit, you know.
If you listen to what I said, I asked for his sentence to be commuted and his death will carry out at the appropriate time. I.e., when someone kills him, not us.
Yeah, I've made those deals before, I don't recommend it.
That's why I'm not making them with anyone other than these clerics.
And at this stage, you're out of combat because they've seen that you're scared off the bad person.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, does heal work? I can't remember now. Cure
I don't
wounds.
think it does.
It's not as effective.
That's right, not as effective.
It heals half as much.
Half as much.
Except on a
Congratulations,
dwarf, basically it doesn't work on a dwarf.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah, that's fine.
When I'm holding.
I just have to climb up and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Dimitri.
When I'm holding my staff, I can fireball with impunity. Is that right?
As long as you reduce your maximum hit points by the level of the spell.
Right.
And so if you
I feed the energy in and it bumps and it preserves the spell.
Yeah. So you're sacrificing your life force to cast the spell.
So I didn't do it last time, but it meant it was only half as effective.
Got an 18 on the Cure Wounds,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a level 2.
So that means Jeremy will get back 9 hit points.
Just so obviously we're reckoning the idea that things have calmed down a bit,
Mhm.
but
You've noticed all the horses have left as well.
Are you leaving? Like, are you changing characters?
I don't know. I'm just creating backup just in case. I don't know what's going on at the moment. That was a little bit off the cuff.
And the unfortunate thing is, all your gear's gone with them too.
Sorry, I lost everyone for a moment there.
Wave, any extra stuff you had on the horse. The provisions.
I've got Redrian
The food is gone. The food is gone.
That's fantastic.
And the 2 dead bodies are with the thing as well.
Yeah, so Plum actually thought about this during his run as to whether he would leave a horse behind. However, he's now had to run away on his own. So he is immediately thinking of survival. First of all, he's got horses. Not only are they pack animals, but also food. He also has food and equipment that he can sell and barter.
That's great.
That's what happened in the 20 feet climb and 20 feet run to his horse.
Sorry, I actually lost connectivity for a moment there, so I was actually just asking the question as it lost was apparently to come down at least around the port water hole.
Yep.
But then, did the clerics of Halav accept the request of Halav Reborn to mute the sentence until the appropriate time?
They say as long as Halav speaks so, they will believe Halav.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like I said, because they asked if it would be carried out when it's appropriate, and I said yes, I will do it at the appropriate time, or rather, yes, it will be done at the appropriate time. Not that I will do it, but it will be done. And so, Plumman's headed off with all the horses.
Yeah, at the moment, Plumman's gone.
Yes, he's taken every horse with him.
So, are we gonna help these guys get this jug of water or whatever out of this hole?
What? You're nice and strong now.
Oh yeah, well,
You're a mountain dwarf. You can do it.
I feel like Anakin.
What's the effect of a transmutation
Dark
spell?
side of
Does
realm.
it work?
Doesn't always change forms.
Transmutation. Doesn't work for changing shape of one thing to another. Enhancing stuff tends to have a limited effect. Returning things to natural state will normally work.
And then Plumman got him.
Which means the reason why the guy turned back to a person was he died. So that's where the spell, that's where the lycanthropy ran out. He was obviously a werewolf when he came into contact with the Hollow World, and he was stuck like that.
But I guarantee you'll resist him. You won't be able to resist him. So yeah, Plumman's going to make his way away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see how far he gets. Just thinking about this, so what our options are for chasing him before he gets too far away.
Okay, well he's on horseback, so that would have to be ranged spells with at least the 300 to 400 feet mark.
Oh yes, my instead of he went that way.
And just think, Flamin might be then able to take on the Veer all by himself.
Comes back with what's the name's head.
We'd have to have a range greater than 310 feet. That's one round.
Yeah, but then, okay. How fast are all the horses going?
About... hang on, what's that?
That would be about 120 feet each round.
Wow.
The normal horses, yes.
So by taking them with you, you basically had the equivalent of a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
And that's basically saying the roughly 3 rounds, roughly 300 feet.
Yeah.
Dimitri will cast Fly on himself, giving him a 60-foot move. which he can then use 3 times in every round.
So the question is, how much distance can the 2 more dominating members of the party cover over an extensive period of time?
That's right, you have to go round, up, and he goes straight across.
Yeah,
And he's going faster, and he can move. He gets 3 move actions around instead of 2.
but if I decide to ditch the horses, I'm going way faster.
Absolutely, no, that's.
But then he just takes the horses and goes back and lets you go.
But the point being, Dimitri is able to catch up, to at least gain your attention, to
I can cast fly as well.
You want to follow?
to chat, or to gain your attention to say,
Cast it.
things have settled, you may return safely.
So Dimitri's yelling at you from above. You're hearing his voice as you're running away, looking behind you, don't see anything, and you hear his voice and you look up, there it is.
A spear goes past your head.
Unlike Raya, he doesn't actually hit you.
Do you want to go? Or just walk?
Sure, I'll go.
We're going to protect the clerics with the holy water.
Oh, I'm gonna pick the cleric. Yeah, I guess I'll go to the cleric.
Alright. We'll look after the next.
Okay.
Dimitri will aim to keep chasing for the time being and saying, will you just stop and talk?
It's just like with Dimitri. You can't get Dimitri out of your head. He's with you everywhere. And you lost one of your favourite javelins.
Plumman stops.
Favorite javelins?
One of his favourite... Well, of course he's got favourite javelins.
He's been carrying the same javelins the entire campaign.
Right.
That's why they're favourite, because he's never really used them. Now he's thrown one away.
Okay.
And it didn't hit anything.
Plumman stops. And just looks at Dimitri.
Dimitri will come down, staying about 10 feet away in front, floating about 10 feet off the ground.
10 feet away, Jeremy.
Albert, stab!
And 10 feet up. So,
Is the square on the high
Good
point
news.
10 feet?
Good news, I'm on a horse.
yeah, okay, I'm not saying I'm out of reach by any stretch.
He's not out of reach.
But yeah.
Jumps the air.
That's trust.
So,
Your peons can't be trusted.
so what happened?
I drank the water.
Yep,
They attacked me.
yep.
Unacceptable.
You knew the water was sacred to them.
I'll hunt them in their sleep.
You knew the water was sacred to them, did you not?
So, it's water.
Sacred water.
It's water. There is no sacred water, only sacred animals.
Oh no, there is some
And
sacred water in
if
Edinburgh.
someone dealt with your sacred animals in a manner unbefitting,
I killed
what
them.
would your reaction be?
I'd kill them.
So, they were perfectly valid in their response.
I'm not saying they're not. So now I have to
They're
kill them.
willing.
Now I have to kill them in their sleep.
They're willing to put aside the differences and overlook your transgression if you wish to stay.
I'm gonna need a moment, Jeremy.
I understand.
Playman's having to think, you can see the cogs turning.
No, Plumman isn't thinking.
And for the first time, you don't have an artifact telling you what to do.
Kick him in the taco, Paco. Okay.
Do you want to roll that one again?
Can't we all just get along?
Apparently we can't.
You can use a reroll on that one. Would you like to? To see if, odds really say it wants it to happen?
I've been wondering what it's like to play a rogue.
Remember also that actually bringing in a new character like a rogue right now might be challenging because they're likely to be a native of the land.
Yeah, I completely
It makes
agree.
it a lot harder for them to actually get around and do other stuff.
Yeah, I completely agree, but I'm not going to play.
Having dealt with that myself in one of the campaign previously.
Yeah, but I'm also not going to play Plum in anything other than what Plum needs to do.
So
Oh,
this is-
absolutely, no, I'm okay. I'm not the...
That's the role-playing part.
That's good. That's awesome. I have no problem with
So,
what I did
so
personally.
we're
Okay.
seeing him fly over the sunset.
And now Willie's. Did you follow?
No, we
you
decided
you see him fly over, and then somewhere in the distance you can see the herd of horses just sitting there.
Alright, and having a chat. And only one person comes back, is that the story?
Don't know
I'm
yet.
not yet, don't know yet.
Two head off of the horses.
Plum is very quiet for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, Dimitri will quite happily wait for the response for probably a couple of minutes at least.
Yeah.
If it's taking more than a couple of minutes, Dimitri will then allow himself to float to the ground.
It's been a year since we went up any levels, so you would expect that there would be an opportunity to level up at some point soon. And then you can take some rogue levels.
When you're all over the year.
No, this is me playing Plum as opposed to
Yeah,
playing.
okay. Parliament itself has confirmed, it has the result of things, and yeah. It's a interesting situation that Parliament found himself in.
Plum says nothing but returns with you.
Okay, and while you're looking at Dimitri, there is this flash, and the onyx-skinned woman stabs right at Dimitri's back, but misses. Initiative.
Yeah, I'll just get you to hold up on that one. With the barbarian can't be surprised thing.
Yep.
I've got 7. Oh no, I'm not on. But anyway, it'll be 7.
Dimitri's on 23 for initiative. Sorry,
I've got to roll initiative anyway.
19 for initiative.
Which is 16. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the appropriate information, which doesn't appear to be.
So what was your armor class, Jeremy?
Armor class is 17.
So I'm not surprised.
Well, it was basically her action was she came in and did it. She wasn't a surprise round.
Yeah. No. I was just looking at potential reactions, but I didn't sacrifice my bonus action, so yeah, go right ahead.
So I thought she was actually going to miss you. She actually did hit you with the spear in the back.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so... Okay, you take 18 points of necrotic damage
Mm-hmm.
as you feel something draining your life in your back as you're being stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Then I believe you got the higher initiative. What was Playman's one? It was 16.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, Dimitri's up.
Okay. Dimitri is going to use Yem's diamond to... where's it gone? Not on there, damn it. He's got the Ray of Light business. Yem's diamond. There's a ray of light that causes blindness and damage or something to creatures.
That is the attunement command word.
Yeah. I'm looking through the page, and I'm not spotting what I'm looking for. So, but obviously you found it already. If the hang on, here we go. So,
Okay.
yeah.
You make it burst with this brilliant pulse of light.
Yep.
For the first time, you feel like you've got a clarity of thought you've never had before.
What do you mean? Dimitri's always got perfect clarity of thought.
So you know how you think you got perfect clarity of thought and how you think everyone else is slow? Right now, you think your normal thoughts have been slow. That's how much of a clarity you've got right now.
Yep.
As you feel like your ability to perceive events has increased, and the gem is throbbing with more power than it did before. And you basically feel the whatever was behind you disappear.
Well, like I said, I turned around to actually put it in their face type stuff with the,
okay.
my action.
Well,
So.
when you do that, they just shatter like glass.
Mm-hmm. Did I get enough of a look at her to confirm that it was actually the same woman that was attacking before?
It was, but you could see partly through her.
Yep. So.
So you think it was a projection?
Okay. Well, I think it's gone now.
Your gem agrees with you.
Yes. Does that give any soul burn using that in that way?
It did not. You actually awakened the gem.
Okay.
And now it no longer takes up any of your attunement slots.
Okay.
You fought a creature of darkness and won.
Well, I did suspect that light was going to be pretty effective against it, irrespective of where it come from, so...
Well, you used an artifact against an artifact.
Yep.
That's basically what a lot of some of the gem artifacts' purposes are specific opponents.
Yeah, well, like I say, it was both player and Dimitri was thinking... This is the picture of darkness? Light we seem to be called for.
Okay, so yes, so you see Dimitri turn around, push forward a blinding beam of light in the area from his hand, and just blow the person away. You haven't seen him use that display of power before.
So she's gone.
Nothing left, not even a dust.
What about the spear?
It went with her.
Damn.
Excellent. From your angle, you can see that Dimitri's got a bleeding hole in his back, or a blackened hole in his back, but...
Yeah, right.
But yes. He'll then turn back around to Carmen and inquire as to if he'd come to a decision.
We should probably go.
I'm glad to hear it.
Barman doesn't say a word. Murder on the brain.
It's only murder the first time, isn't it?
Then
So
it's fun.
If they come back and you kill them again, that's not murder, is it?
No, it's fun.
Well,
if they're dumb enough to let me come back, an obvious threat, that's on them.
Okay, so with the horses back, you've cut down your 7 days of marching to 3 days of riding.
Every now and again, the horses don't like the interlopers, and they do something that makes them annoying, or just with a brief nod or a gesture from Blind.
When we do get back to the cave, like before we go the 3 days riding type stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Dimitri will be inquiring as to, well, is there any of that water available?
They pull out a
Okay, now that Dimitri's injured, he might be curious to find out what this water can actually do.
So they pull,
Harmon
out,
actually...
they pull out an ornate silver dipper and fills it for you and offers it to you to drink.
Mm-hmm.
It has a symbology of Halab along the side of it.
Oh, from the urn.
From the urn that they filled up. Because that's their acceptable way of drinking it.
The ladle. Okay.
So the difference between killing someone and not killing someone is a lot.
Yep.
Out of curiosity,
No issue with this, by the way.
They stuck to their
What-
religion. I never
what we
said...
didn't find out,
Yeah.
did the water actually have any effect on Plumman before he got attacked?
Not that he can tell.
Did he get a drink?
He did. Well, he dunked it in and they attacked.
Okay, so he didn't actually get a chance to drink it.
He was going to drink, but they attacked him in the middle of him
Yeah,
trying to do
okay.
it.
I just wondered, because Plumman was injured, weren't you?
Thought a bit more, because then he would have just kept drinking.
Okay, so Jeremy, after drinking it, you feel your wounds heal, and you feel rested.
Just tag it.
Just like,
So a total of 20 back again, was it?
Yeah,
Well, okay, like
you feel
fully healed?
Plumman goes
Cool
back
stuff.
down,
Yeah.
and Skin's the up there.
Mhm.
He then takes a piece of hair from where there.
Well, the naked human upstairs without a head.
Yeah. I'll find the head. Take a piece of hair.
Well, you don't have to get it from the head.
I'll take it from the head.
Okay. So give me a survival roll to find where the head went,
Roll to shave their hair out.
because you never actually saw where the head went.
Oh, right, okay.
Because
Yeah, look, it's 200 feet away and someone didn't call out for.
Was it mine?
Could have been anyone.
13. No idea where it went.
Go, cut a toe off.
Alright,
Big
nice
toe.
little head.
Dimitri, seeing the silver dipper
Yep.
that's used, he's going to dig into the bag of holding, or the one of the bags of holding,
Mhm.
and have another look at the Halav sacramental goblets, ewer and bowl that he collected quite some time ago. And
Well, remember, you actually pulled them out of your bags of holding when you had the chance.
oh, that's right. In fact, yeah, because they got pulled. Everything got pulled out when by thingy rocket, didn't
Yeah,
they?
the god gave you
Yes.
access to them before, while he could.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, no, he wouldn't have pulled those ones out.
In which case, you
No, at the
did say
time,
at one stage you were going to take it all out, so it's up to you if you've got it all out or not out.
Well, I mean, the point because he's got the two bags, one of which has got these cursed Halav items along with the books of Halav and stuff like that. But I think I actually talked about. I was going to look at the books of Halav in the other town, wasn't I? So I must have pulled them all out. So yep.
Plumman sits down.
Okay, so
Um,
yes, the goblet looks in a similar design, but not as well crafted.
Mm-hmm.
The bowl looks a lot cruder, but probably older.
Can I cut up
Mhm.
the meat?
Yes, you can cut up the bear meat.
Not the way guy, the bears.
So you go down the hole and start carving bear meat. Okay.
Don't get stung.
No,
The beast might have woken up a bit after the smoke.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and wrap the meat.
Yep. Okay, so yes, you carry up bear meat.
Fractions of it and then-
Well, someone already skinned them for you.
Yeah, I figured. And keeping the meat is worthwhile. Meaning I could over fire later.
Plumman drapes the pelts, meets squishy side up on both of the horses.
So Dimitri's actually talking to Hexia, whatever her name is,
Yep.
and showing her these items, and also with the other clerics nearby as well,
Yep.
and explaining the fact that yes, these sacraments to Halav have been corrupted over time. I'm wondering whether or not the holy waters within the cave below may help be used to cleanse the items, to help return them to their former glory.
The shrine here, these waters here may not, but the shrine we're going to should be able to do so, they say. It's a holy shrine, it has the power to cleanse, whereas this does not cleanse, it just heals.
Fair enough.
They would not want to risk destroying such a sacred site, because healing...
Absolutely,
is
no,
very
certainly
rare.
it's not going to... Certainly wasn't going to push it forward, no, it's asking the thought process before going any further, so happy with that.
Okay, so as you get on the horses, you're traveling along. You've got 3 spurts of riding, followed by spurts of rest. Oh, you would say days, but there's no such thing as days here because it's all one day.
We have 3 sleeps on the way to the...
3 rest stops.
Dimitri's keeping watch on Parman's activities for the next few days.
Are we able
He-
to,
Is Parman again going for doing the wide scouting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking 2 horses with him as well.
Just in case he doesn't have to come back.
Well, he's got 3. There's 3 horses that he claimed.
are we able to make campfires?
You are able to make campfires, yes.
I cook some of that anyway.
You have no problems doing that before heading off the first time, so you can smoke it properly.
Okay.
Well, after a battle, then it'll be a good time to rest, smoke the meat while you...
I don't want to call smoke too close to the bees.
Well, if you got the smoke, then the bees won't attack you.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's probably the safest place to do it,
Yeah.
because nothing else will come here.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
And the all the 3 young clerics, lesser clerics, all are happy to be the footmen for Dimitri. Hell have returned, and cater to his every women need.
Well, in the conversation about the goblets and bits and pieces, Dimitri will also aim to further pacify any concerns or lingering doubts about the actions of the infidel.
Yes, that non-believers should not be killed outright for their lack or for their ignorance and inability to be refined or amongst polite company.
Nature.
Rhea would make a point to make sure he shares his smoked bear meat with Plowman.
Cool. Plumber's a bit quiet at the moment.
That's fine.
You can start to hear sea shanties in your head.
What? What?
No, Playman. Every now and then he hears the sea shanty from a distance
How?
Where is Wave?
on one of the horses. That just happens to be one of the horses you keep taking with you. You don't know why, but every time you take that horse out, it's got Wave on it. And if you take a different horse out, that's got Wave on it.
If I didn't know Wave well enough, I'd kill the horse.
But the point is, are you hearing Wave talking, or are you hearing the horse singing?
Well, I can't speak to the horses anymore.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's just teaching them sea shanties.
I hate you guys.
Maybe one of your horses is attuned to it.
Oh my god, that would be terrifying and amazing.
It's a trident.
Yeah, just
How?
strap it to the side of the horse. Your horse would go in barbarian level charge, you know.
Well,
It's already full.
if Whelm can change you into a dwarf, then I'm pretty sure the Wave could probably change a horse into a person. At which point,
Be a werehorse.
I'm jetpacking the fuck out of here.
Can't fly, aren't you? Last 10 minutes.
Well, if while you're half asleep you say, "Do you follow Proteus?" the answer is yes. Anyway.
So just confirming, Martin. The bags of holding,
Yep.
they're inaccessible whether someone is attuned to them or not, aren't they?
In the Hollow World, yes, you can't get through to extra dimensional space,
That's what I thought, yep.
which is why
So I'm just,
summoning doesn't work.
I'm just having a
normally.
look through Dimitri's magic item list to work out which one we're going to attune now that he doesn't have to slot for the artifact.
It's like, well, the bags. Well, I'll just roll them up and put them away.
Yeah.
Don't
So
need
he's
them
got
around.
an option. I just think the bag's going to be worthwhile. So.
Okay, so in the first night resting, you see how much the clerics dote on your party member with the inflated ego.
It's not inflated at all.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll meet Willie Town sometime. What? You haven't met the halflings yet.
Well, that sounds nice.
Don't worry, they'll be glad that you brought them some people for the banquet.
Okay.
Well, will be very happy you bought more for the slaughter.
And look, Whelm is, while it's happy you hit Dimitri, it's upset you didn't hit the halfling as well.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, so on your first night, you do find out that Dimitri was, attacked by the Onyx woman again, and actually got hit this time.
Alright.
Oh,
I guess that's a fair call, isn't it? Yeah.
why?
I'm assuming
You have three
Playman
people
and
doting
Dimitri
on
would
you,
tell them.
So in return, you get smashed.
So, well, I mean, Dimitri wouldn't gloat about it, obviously, but it might come up in conversation. I like the shake of the head there, Dave.
Anyway.
I'm sure Playman is like, Dimitri!
Robot house!
Well, Dimitri has managed to get rid of the person without actually swinging a weapon. And I'm sure that's even worse on Playman's side of things. Okay, so...
I mean,
yes.
okay. It might only come up in the context that, well, Dimitri wants to reassure the party that the woman is definitely gone for now and is unlikely to return, and if so, knows what the result would be.
Is there a way to set up a trap for when she does turn up again? Maybe not. Anyway, carry on.
There are many ways you can set up traps. The problem is, for most traps to work, you have to be stationary.
I think at the moment it would just simply be a case of staying alert.
And the longer you stay in one place, the more chance you have for them to actually succeed.
Can you cast the alarm spell?
I always cast the alarm spell.
Okay, alright.
So
And it lasts for 16 hours when he does it.
Nice.
I'll normally cast a couple of them before we go to bed to make sure it covers a nice area. Because it also boosts his arcane shield.
Yes.
Okay, so as you're riding along, the clerics lead you into what looks like just a bump in the rock face nearby, off the path, and it turns into a canyon heading deeper into the mountain range you've been going around.
Okay.
But looking at it, it doesn't look like anything.
That's odd.
And when you look back, there are no horse prints.
That's very odd.
Hmm.
What kind of magic is this?
Owls use this magic all the time to stop outsiders from finding their secrets. The elven sacred spaces have no tracks leading in or out. By design. But anyone walking around it will leave tracks, so that they can never find out unless they actually know where they're going. Okay, so coming down, you see that there is scaffolding across one wall that goes up 40 feet of a cliff face that's in this canyon, because you're heading down deeper into the canyon itself. And you can see up on the scaffolding a old man with a paintbrush painting fantastic murals of brilliant color on the wall. And it looks to be depictions from what Dimitri sees of Halav. Huge lifelike images of the immortal of his childhood, defeating hordes of gnolls, goblins, and other humanoids.
So not this guy, hello.
They do look exactly like him, except with red hair.
Is he painting on the canyon wall?
He's painting huge paintings on the canyon because you see he was 40 feet up or something, didn't you?
The scaffolding goes 40 feet up, so they are huge paintings.
Oh, right back there,
Okay. And looking in here, in the valley itself, you can see thousands of white bones.
yeah. What kind of bones?
Give me a medicine roll.
Ooh, medicine.
So how big's this location?
This location,
The bones.
you would probably say it's an end of a long winding canyon, and
Okay, yep.
it's been about 200 feet wide, narrowing in. At the end, it's about 100 feet wide, and it's about 300 feet to the end from where you start seeing all these things.
Okay.
Plumber gets 18 on the medicine check.
Okay.
And laughs at you.
I got 6.
That's fair.
Looking at the bones, these creatures, looking at them, look like a mix of goblins, orcs, troglodytes, gnolls. But the thing is, the not one skeleton or thing looks like it is one of those types. They all seem to have aspects of all of them.
Can I? Oh, sorry.
Plumman says for the very first time, he hasn't spoken since the incident. These are all greenskins, but none of them are right. They're all wrong.
Can I ask our clericy bunch?
Mhm.
These bones are sacred.
No, this valley is sacred, but the bones are the fallen beastmen who attacked our people.
So you don't want them?
We would rather you not take them, as this is a sacred place. This is our holiest place.
But they're your enemy's bones.
Yes, no. These are the enemies killed by our people in our final stand.
So you wouldn't use their bones for like souvenirs?
Why would we do that?
Power of your enemy?
We use it here as a reminder for those who come to take what is ours, what will happen to them.
No, I guess that works.
So this floor is littered with the bones of our enemies.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that shoots that idea then.
What do you want?
I was gonna use some of the bones to make a puzzle box from.
What did you want to make?
Puzzle box
Oh, right.
from bones.
To see if you could trade it with the captain.
No, just a different material to work with. Because wood's kind of hard to find here, so.
Well, you could have done it with bare bones.
Oh, yeah, didn't think about it at the time, did I?
And the shrine itself will use these bones to defend itself if an enemy approaches. And then
Sorry,
the enemies will then join the bones to help defend the shrine later.
So you use necromancy.
We don't do it. The shrine does it.
And you're okay with this?
Of course. It's defending the shrine and using our enemies against them.
So you
God does it.
like healing waters, which is sacred,
Yes.
but you're also protecting necromantic bones, which is sacred.
Yes.
No. The
Sacred sites.
They're using they're using the remains of their enemies to defeat their enemies.
Yes.
Yeah, but they literally just said they're going to be animated in an event of attack on the temple. So
Don't your temples rise up and defend themselves?
no, we do it manually because we're not lazy.
Plumman laughs a lot.
But when God decrees it, wouldn't you do what God says? Do you, or do you not have a different? Do you have a different relationship with your God? You don't actually believe in him.
No,
Dimitri will quietly tap Raya on the shoulder and remind him, we're in the hollow world. Don't question their beliefs. They couldn't change even if you wanted to, and that's half the reason we're here, is to stop them being able to change.
It's not my fault then.
Okay, so as you come down into the valley, in the center of all the bones themselves stands a statue of Dimitri.
Of course.
Your long lost brother.
He is 10 foot tall, wearing full military gear, and painted up with a perfect likeness. And because their hair is covered by a helm, it looks identical to Dimitri in every way, except for he's wearing armor.
Okay. Dimitri has worn armor, but not that you've seen.
But it is the local armor he's wearing.
No worries.
You said there was a guy on the scaffold painting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else here?
There is someone cooking by what appears to be a campsite off to the other side of the valley from the scaffolding.
Okay. Dimitri will go over towards the scaffolding and look up and admire the paintwork and see whether he can gain the attention of the painter.
Okay, so old man stares down at you from above, going, "It is you. Hell, every bond has come." And he packs up his paints and starts climbing down. So he looks like he's about a 75-year-old man, long white beard.
Does he look like he's having any particular trouble moving up and down the scaffolding?
No, it actually looks like he's doing it with ease.
Okay.
Something he's done, obviously, often. And he doesn't seem to have any trouble with it.
Okay.
Checking to see what the other guy's name was. Hestos. Because all the names here are hard to understand at times when you don't.
In the few days when we were travelling here, did Hesia or the other clerics talk about who we might meet at the shrine?
Yes, their greatest prophet, Phaistos the Oracle.
Okay.
He has lived for many centuries. He is the oldest of the Millennium people, and he has seen all previous.
And is that this guy?
This bearded guy, and he's seen every previous Hell Every Born that has been recorded in history. And he's the one who normally prophesies their coming.
So Halav has been recognised by, like, this Halav Reborn has been confirmed by Phaistos the Oracle.
By Phaistos the
Well,
Oracle.
okay. I don't know if you've noted, but Dimitri has never actually acknowledged the idea of being Hello Reborn. He's just let other people believe he's acknowledged it.
Okay, so when he comes down, he sticks out his hand to Dimitri to shake.
Greetings, Vestos.
Do you take his hand?
It's good to meet you. If he's offering a handshake, then I guess I'll shake his hand.
As you touch his hand, you feel the surge run through you. As he starts reciting your full name, your parents' full name, your grandparents' full name. And this goes on for about 3 or 4 hours.
Like his real name?
His real name. His full
So
real
it started
name.
with Dimitri Dimitrios.
And he seems to follow one particular family line, and it seems that you actually are a descendant of Halav.
You waited 4 hours for this? Couldn't you just said that?
He looks at you and says, I did. I just said that.
So,
Anything's worth saying is meant to be said properly, he says. You should learn that. You were an elf once. You should know.
an elf?
We didn't touch hands.
Some things are obvious. You look like a dwarf, but you stand like an elf.
It's a bit hard to stand like an elf when I'm missing 2 meters.
I know, but you still have the same posture, he says.
And you quietly hear Whelm in your head saying, "That's right, we'll get it out of you yet."
And Whelm starts instructing you in the proper dwarven etiquette for stances. You suppose it goes in the point of think you're constipated and then look at someone like that.
Oh, now I roll well. That's a 19 on performance.
Yes. That looks more dwarven now. It's more believable.
I'll probably just mumble the word. How do you not feel constipated like this?
All dwarves look constipated. That's their thing.
That's disgusting.
They just look at. So, what we have is independent confirmation from this guy that Dimitri Dimitrios is Halav Reborn.
He is a true descendant of Halav.
Well, depending on the definition of independent, because from what Hashu was saying on the way over here and who this person is, he's obviously the one that predicted the arrival of Halav Reborn when we arrived at town.
Alright, well,
So,
if we look at...
so technically it's confirmation from the same source, but with a bit more detail behind it.
Well, do the names recited by this guy, are they convincing that they are all people that go back?
Well, he goes back further than Dimitri has ever been able to trace.
Yeah, so Dimitri comes from the type of family where he might have known at least 1 or 2 of his grandparents, but probably not 4 of them, and certainly not beyond that.
And he everything he tells you matches up with what your family has told you over the years.
So what I'm hearing is Dimitri stays here. We all go find the exit. Fantastic. Where's the way out, Oracle?
He says, where you are, there is only one real way out.
Please don't tell me
When
it's
you-
death.
At which point, as soon as he says that, you hear a...
No, I triggered the boss battle. I'm sorry.
Remember, Raya's not allowed to call on death.
As a shadow passes overhead, as you see a dragon body with 9 heads land behind you in the valley.
A what? Sorry.
A dragon with 9 heads. And we'll end tonight's session there.
I was going to say 9 heads. So we've got black, green, blue, red, white, gold, brass, bronze.
All of them.
Oh, and I know where the exit is. It's the opposite direction of where that thing is.
Okay. It's Bahamut and Takhisis combined.
Well, you got to get them all. He's obviously missing 1 more head, so he's just got to, take Dimitri, and then he's got the energy to build the 10th head.
Well, no. He just needs someone to come along and cut off a couple of them so he can grow 2 more.
Thank you.
No.
So yes, you have reached a milestone here where you get to take on a great dragon.
With my 4 HP. Yay!
Don't we feel
No, you're
lucky?
not full.
You've had enough time to rest. You've had a couple of days.
But I still have negative.
And you got well. That's a curse and a boon.
Yeah, I'm going to Dwarven Hell in a handbasket.
But
Yes.
it's something. Did you check when you had the when you got cleansed by lightning to avoid the lycanthropy? Did that leave the black circle around your heart still?
I haven't checked.
Yeah, what, you think he bathes every day? He's a dwarf.
Exactly.
Well,
He
it has
washes
been
in dirt.
3 days. But yes,
Russian
the question of
dust.
do I think he bathes every month? Hey, he's a dwarf.
But he's still an elf in a dwarf body, who's now in his second dwarf body.
Yes. So he's still trying to be an elf, so therefore he should be bathing every hour.
The only time you bathe as a dwarf is before a matching sutra, and that's if you're sober enough.
So never.
Okay, well, thanks very much, guys.
All good.
Thank you, Jeremy. Actually.
Thanks,
And
Jeremy.
Dave, I certainly had fun with the confrontations and the situations.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually looking forward to killing Plumman. But didn't happen. Hey.
Well, we need a meat shield of some description.
Yeah.
Like a guy who runs into the fight rather than.
Well, you had 3 clerics to it.
Yeah, ran straight into the fight to me. Plumman now wishes he'd watched. them
Okay,
die.
so have a good night, Jeremy.
Yep, thanks very much.
See you in 2
And
weeks.
we'll catch you next week.
And
Or week after for otherwise. Yeah, all good?
let me know if you're free over the weekend if you'd like to try a board
I
game or
was
2.
considering it, yeah. Out of all of the characters.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is for the weekend at the moment. But yeah. Okay.
I thought I'd just put it out for you.
Yep, no, thank you.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Okay then. Have a good night. Thanks
You
very
too.
much. Bye for
Bye.
now.
Bye bye.